morning. Couldn't find my headphones. It's fine. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, Robo. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving a fucking anus its wings.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
The beat of this song is sick. Good morning, David. Sorry, I was just rocking out to this song. I really like it. It's Grimes, if you're wondering, the one that fucked Elon. The video's so cool, right? Oh, I love the video for this song. It's so sick. It's just like really awesome slow motion cinematics. Good morning, Sarah. How are you, my love? You're alive? Same. I had to give my friend's dog back yesterday. My cats are still not speaking to me. I mean, do you feel like you're having more peace though in the house? Does it feel calmer? Good morning, David. How are you? You have strep again? I think it's honestly, Sarah, like, have you ever thought about the tests that they should do to teachers? Like, they should test your DNA when you die. Because I think teachers might be the answer to, like, the common cold, maybe. You know what I mean? It's so quality. Yeah, that's how I feel when Zach goes out, like, to go to the post office or something. He'll take the dogs. And it's so weird. Like, I'll look for them. I think I've told you guys that. Like, literally one time, Zach and I together took the dogs to the groomer first thing in the morning, dropped them off, came home. The moment we came home, I looked for the dogs. I was like, where do you have Lilith? And he was like, Katie, are you an idiot? I was like, yeah, I am. They're like children. You're always constantly aware where the fuck they are. Good morning, Spice Chicken. How are you? I'm pretty sure that Caroline is the strep carrier and that I keep getting sick from her. Really? But she doesn't get strep. Like, strep? She doesn't get strep? Interesting. Genova, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an anus swings for 28 fucking months!
I appreciate you.
Also, happy belated Indigenous Day yesterday. Columbus can suck a fat cock dry. Don't give a fuck about Columbus Day, but, you know, I realized that was yesterday, so if anybody gives a fuck. Crispy! Good morning, love. How are you? She doesn't get sick. She just hosts the bacteria in her cute little body. What a little cute demon. It all costs money. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an anus swings for 27 fucking months. I appreciate you. Boobs or butts? Butts. I just can't get over Grimes and her fucking the extra letters in the Scandinavian alphabets or Elven letters. I don't take anything. No, none of it's serious. No. I think it's kind of mean to name your kid something that fucked up. It's like, my name is Katie. Katie. And I still get it mispronounced a lot. I've told you guys, I had a 4th grade teacher who insisted on calling me Katia. Like, I would go home and cry to my mom and be like, my name's not Katia. He was convinced I didn't know my own name. I can't even fathom if you had fucking elven shit going on. Or whatever they're claiming as elven letters. I don't fucking know. It seems cruel. Come on.
Hail Satan, take your joy, motherfuckers.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
I think the fact that plus the fact that I'm hyper stressed out at work, making my immune system suppressed, means I get sick all the time. 100%. Cortisol is the worst thing to ever happen. You can run really fast, but you won't survive a cold. Like, Tolkien made Elven script. You don't need to appropriate other languages, you dork. It just doesn't make... I mean, honestly, I think there was something about it. They actually had to change it a little bit because it was illegal. Just because those letters they put in their child's name aren't even on the keyboards of the world. Like, you can't type their child's name. Almost like, oh my god. How would you pronounce that? Kato? I'm serious. And then get this. So my last name, I don't hide my identity anymore because it's pointless. Last name is Phrase. Frase. To this day, I am 34 years old and a half. To this day, I'll fill out paperwork and adults will fill in an R for Fraser. Like, I don't know how to spell my own fucking name. Like, Oh, oh Lord, thank you. For 34 years, I didn't know where the R was. Like, let's be nicer. Can we please? Because, I mean, the most basic names get fucked in the ass. Let's be nicer to our kids, for fuck's sake. It just, as a child who doesn't have a weird name and still gets fucked up all the time, for fuck's sake. Stop it. I'm not even kidding, Robo. Frasier. Every single human in the world. Oh, did you mean Frasier? Oh, thank you. I forgot my last name yet again. If only you were here all the time to save me. Stop. Stop. Thank you for the biddies, Najio. Thank you for the hype train. We're in a fucking hype train again. I don't even know how. Thank you. You guys are crazy. You don't need to do that. I would lose my mind. I mean, seriously. Katie Strawberry, literally. But no, they'll throw an R on it like I don't know how to spell my name. And I can't even fathom what those poor children with the elven, so-called elven script names are. I send people emails at work with my name clearly in it, and they somehow always spell it wrong. 100%. People spell check my name for me. Or like, I'll put Katie, and they'll be like, oh, you have to put your legal name. And I'm like, bitch. No shit. Like, can we not throw elven letters in there and make it even weirder for poor kids? I don't even know how to make it somehow phonetically make sense for English speakers. Man, we're very ignorant and have, like, honestly, you know how they say, like, you don't use it, you lose it? I think when it comes to languages, that's true. There's something about growing up hearing certain sounds, you can then produce them with your mouth. But, like, for instance, I tried to pronounce a French word or listen to French people speak, and half the sounds they're making with their mouth, I don't even hear. Like, that shit. I can't even hear it to pronounce it because America. It's unfortunate. Barilla, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an A to swings for 2 fucking years.
Hail the Dank Lord. That's incredible. It's a really fucking long time, and I appreciate you. God damn.
I'm constantly Rob Johnson. Oh my God, stop it. They change your name to Rob Johnson. Stop it. From Rod Johnston is a real name, for fuck's sake. My God. The amount my name gets written wrong is astounding. Though the spelling shark was fun. The spelling shark? Wait, the spelling shark? Oh my God. I mean, it's just like, why do we have to make it even harder for people to understand? One of the best decisions, 2 years with the class, that was one of the best decisions I made to join. I agree. All the love and hail Satan. Oh, and everybody wants chicken fingers, but rarely do people want to finger chickens. We can only hope. Robinson for me. People call me Rob all the time. Michael Lapriori always calls me Rob. Don't you love it? No one ever mispronounces my name, but one time an old man called me Oscar instead of Austin. I kind of love that. And I immediately got offended. I don't know why. That's kind of hilarious. From Austin to Oscar. That made my eye juice. That's funny. My name is blah, 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 but it's pronounced Bob. Literally. Yeah. My dad's first language was Spanish. By the time he died, he could no longer speak it nor understand it. Oh, that's heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. Can confirm, I'm a Dutch guy living in the US for half my life. Can still speak Dutch fluently, but some words I can't remember, which is insane to me. It's my native language. It's so weird how you literally but I bet if you went home, it would come back to you so fast. It would click, going back into autopilot. We are very uneducated. Next, people will be naming kids dolphin noises. I mean, I thought it was weird when people were naming their kids after cars, but okay. The arrogance of humans, man. I know your name better than you. It's so weird. That's literally what it feels like. Like when people, I'll fill out official documents for things, and people will be like, "Oh, I filled the rest in for you," and it's all Frasier, and I'm like, why? Who forgets? I mean, come on. The fuck? It's weird, and it's not that. It's phonetic, Frase. It's literally just without the R, but they add the R because that's the most common version, and they just assume I must be fucking idiotic and forgot my name. Good morning, Mizmo. How are you? My birth name, Cranston Snored, but it's pronounced Throat Warbler Mangrove. I like the word warbler. I'd also be like, sure, that's your name for real, right? I know. Yeah, same. Like, I'd be like, that's not a name. The only reason they're gonna be it's gonna be acceptable is because they're famous. So here's a fun story. I was born in the Chicago area, grew up in Minnesota, and had a common name in the city a common last name in the city is Duda. Duda? That's hilarious. My dad to this day swears he knows a couple that named one of their sons Zippity. Doodah. Doodah. Like, their last name is literally Doodah. That's a new one. Zippity. Stop it. That's hilariously cruel. My buddy's wife is named Destiny. Like, I knew a lot of that was kind of our generation though, Rod. Like, before those, our generation created what is now stripper names, if you think about it. Like, the millennials gave strippers their names. There was no like Destiny, Chastity, Brittany, Tiffany, whatever until us for some reason. But it's because that was our names. I literally went to school with 3 Tiffany's, 4 Brittany's, Katie's, all the E's. We all became stripper names. I don't know why. Probably because we all became strippers because we have nothing else to do. I'm getting ready for work, so I really just came into hi. Kiss, hugs, butt grabs, love you. Be safe and don't forget to brush your teeth. Good morning, Anubis. Good morning, Angel. How are you guys? As a Swede that's been living in the UK for 8 years now, my Swedish speech is still all right, but when I have to write in Swedish, when you have to write in it, it's worse. That's so weird. So like, I love different languages. I've tried to teach myself various languages throughout my life. Like, I took a bunch of Spanish and then I took Russian for like 6 years in college. Don't ask why. It's weird. But I can write it and read it still fairly accurately, but speaking it conversationally is gone. It's lost. I cannot, like, I guess maybe I could. I don't have any confidence when it comes to conversational speech at all. But reading it and writing it, I feel fine, which is weird. It's a Polish last name. That's amazing. It reminds me, I have an ancestor, like, there's a common name that runs in my family. I think it's Irish, but it's Dorcas. Literally Dorkus. Dorcas. That's the first name of a lady in my family. Many of them. It was a family name, apparently. I'm glad it died. With car names, do you name your favorite kids Mercedes and Lexus or your least favorite kids Civic Accord? Oh my God. Ford 150. That'd be fucking funny, though. Thank you guys for the hype train, you silly fucks. I appreciate you. Hi, Hippie Smiles. How are you? I'd be so mad. Can you imagine being named F-150? And your brother Lambo? Oh, there's a January 6th hearing this Thursday at noon. Oh, shit. I gotta write that down. I don't have any note. I have dogs all around me. I can't roll my fucking chair back to get a piece of paper. This is so annoying. My dogs are very clingy today, and I don't know why. Just gonna have to put it in a sketchbook, I guess. Ignore that. Thursday at noon. What's today? Oh, fuck! I'm not gonna be here. Wait, I don't think I'm gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here. Wait, is that the 13th? My dudes, that's Rock Your Socks wedding. I have to go see what time the wedding is, but I'm pretty sure that's the fucking wedding. I won't be here. God damn it. But, just like we did there was one time before, I can't remember why, but something happened where we couldn't watch it. I watched it the next day. So if you guys don't want to watch it alone, feel free to come by on Friday and we'll watch it together. I apologize. Boo! I can't skip Rock Your Socks wedding. Are you kidding me? I actually have nothing to wear to it. I'm a little panicky about that. I don't leave the house, let alone own nice clothes, and it's black ties, so I have to find a dress or fucking buy a dress or something by Thursday. This is gonna be fun. I'm still gonna write it down though. Insurrection. Boo! Of course they put it at fucking Thursday. Bastards. Motherfuck. It's gonna be a biggin. God damn it! Ugh! It's upsetting. It's fine. Stop it. I knew a lady called Randy Bish. Oh, that's beautiful. Randy Bish, that's a beautiful name. If I had a suit, I would. If I had a suit, I would. Coffee Toast Love. Anubis, thank you so much for subbing to the class. Keeping the class alive and giving any swings for 19 months in a row. I love you. 19 months of sub on the wall, 19 months of a sub. Kid's getting fame. It's a real shame. She's called because her parents are lame. I fucked it up. That was good. What happened to the dress you wore to the streamer awards? That was hot. I have no idea where it is. It might be somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta dig in my closets. You don't think that dress is a little scanty for a wedding? Seriously. Just because it's like totally open on the sides. That dress I wore to the awards, it's like transparent on the sides. You don't think that's a little too skankalicious? Yes, it was jury duty. Yep, Genova. I was literally, I was like, what? There's nothing in my life that would stop me from streaming indefinitely other than I couldn't remember. It was jury duty. Yep, you're right. It was jury duty. Yep. Knew someone who worked for CPS that had a case where a woman tried to name her daughter pronounced Asholi, but it was spelled asshole. Oh my God. That's cruel. That is, I think that's child abuse. That poor fucking child. Oh my God, I have to load a bowl. But we should cheers. I haven't cheers today. Socks is motherfucking getting married. I know, I'm very excited. I haven't been to a wedding in years, and honestly, I haven't been excited to go to a wedding in my entire life, so I'm kind of stoked for this one. I think it'll be fun. Good morning, Taco. How are you, love? I'm just cleaning out the neck of my bowl a little bit. It's fucking disgusting from yesterday. I did clean my bong, though. Look at that sparkly bitch. Little by little. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, I don't remember. I need to look at the invite on my wall. I don't know what time of day it is. But if it's a night wedding, then that dress might be okay. That's true. Honestly, I only own one white dress, and I would never. Who the fuck wears white to a wedding? What the shit? So fucking clean. Well, his I mean, it's definitely starting before his stream ends. I mean, that'd be crazy. But I have no idea. I gotta look. Cheers, everybody. I went to high school with a gal named, and I shit you not, that was real. That's okay. Wait. Boom Shakita Thunakan Nene. Was that like a cultural name? Cause holy shit. What? Jealous stepmothers wear white to a wedding. I've never seen anyone wear white to a wedding. That would be so fucked up. So the general rule with Twitch and smoking weed is Twitch is like TOS, the terms of service states. You just can't do anything on your stream that's illegal. And you can't like encourage illegal activities. I live in a recreationally legal state. I live in Colorado, where weed's recreationally legal, and I'm over 21. Barely. But I'm there. So it's totally fine. If they ever told me to not, I wouldn't. Like, I ain't here to fucking test the status quo or anything. I've never been in trouble with Twitch, knock on wood. I'm keeping on the sidelines. But yeah, you just can't do anything illegal. Boom, Shakita Fanika Nika Nene. That sounds like it would be a joke or cultural. But damn. That reminds me, I need to go get a more formal dress shirt for a wedding coming up in November. See, I'm going to a wedding in 2 days, and I don't have it. You're thinking way, way earlier than I probably should have. I should have been thinking about this about a month ago. Yay, legalities, right? One time I had a student whose name was Princess. Their first name was Princess. Okay, so I didn't grow up. I was raised part of my strange childhood with this girl who we met. I don't even know. How did we meet them? They were homeschooled. My mom made us be friends with these two homeschooled kids. And like, I'm not one to totally stigmatize homeschool. Like, it's not all fucking creepy, but a lot of it's fucking, the kids just end up fucking weird. I'm sorry, they do. There's no social skills there. And my mom would be like, you have to go hang out with Jennifer. And I'd be like, I don't want to, because She legitimately believed she was a princess. She believed her white dying horse was a unicorn. Its name was Uni. And she would take me to her horse and say that if you can't see the horn, you don't know magic. And she'd just stand there and talk to me like as a human, like about her unicorn. And I was just like, and she wouldn't answer to her name. She'd only answer to princess if her dad or mom. I mean, it was just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the people I've met in my life have just been excellent. Excellent. Get some new weed. Oh, you got new weed? What weed? Oh, what's the strain? Their last name was Geek. That's kind of cool, though. I don't think the only, like, probably the most literal and strange last name I ever knew in person was Moorhead. The last name was Moorhead. She lived up to it, unfortunately. I've been in sweatpants for a month now, right? Like, I live in leggings and short shorts. I don't even know what it's like to wear clothes anymore. Illegal in the USA, where Twitch is in the USA on your own country, because I've seen people get strikes for legal stuff in their countries, but illegal in the US. I have no idea. What my partner manager has told me is as long as you're not like supporting illegal activities and or doing them on your stream. But I assumed that just meant illegal for me. I don't know. That's a really good question. I have no idea. I need chapstick. Where is it? My weird mini. I don't know magic. Exactly, David. Yes. That was the moral of the story. She didn't like me because I lost my virginity to my teacher. I was homeschooled. Did you grow up in the middle of nowhere too? Are you from a place called Onion Creek by chance? She was a weird girl. She was a weird girl. Shut the fuck up. Hold on. Can I zoom in on that? This is Toby. He's now working from home, and it's a picture of a dog staring at a computer screen of sheep. In case you're just listening, that's beautiful. Thank you for that. Ooh, cherry fuel. You know what's weird? Cherry strains, I think, always tend to be a sativa, right? But for some reason, cherry strains make me sleepy. I woke up this morning to Blink-182 being back together. I don't know how. I mean, didn't Tom lose his mind and think he's an alien or some shit? Spice, same. Like, this is my uniform, if you will. Good morning, Kills. How are you, love? I worked at a call center once, and a dude called in, and his name was Richard Head. Honest to God, if my name was Richard Head, I would not let anyone call me but Dickhead. That is your name, and you must own Dickhead for the rest of your life. That's fantastic. I believe it depends on your state, but I could be completely wrong. I've seen quite a few streamers light up on stream and say, since it's recreational in your state, it's all good. And I honestly, it's like I asked my Twitch, my partner rep, whatever, ages ago when I first moved here, because I've been smoking weed for many years, but I used to live in Baltimore where it's not legal at all. It was actually still a felony when I lived there, I think. And so I would literally like get off camera and smoke over there and then just come back on stream. And my partner manager would literally be hanging out in my stream laughing about it. Like, it's pot. It'd be one thing probably if it was something way weirder, but it's pot. So I think it's very legal in where I live. And I don't encourage you to do it underage. Hi, Glut. How are you, love? Tom's hunting aliens. Is that what he's doing? You have to own that name. That is such a perfect name. Also, when did partake become a specific reference to weed? Is it specific to weed? I always thought partake just meant joining in the debauchery, whatever the debauchery is in question. Anyone Harry? Why not Harry? I saw some kid in the military with the last name Glasscock. Oh, that's fantastic. It makes me wonder, because, you know, like, most last names have, like, a historical meaning as to what that person's family did. Like, Smith was probably a Smith. Kreider, Zach's last name means something. I can't remember. It's like wheel maker or something. Like, it's really cool if you go back and look at names. But Glasscock, like, what did they do? Like, what did they do? What was their job? I mean, yes, but that was all on Tom. He didn't ask for money or weird shit that hurt anyone. Cool. Good. I really wanted to like Airwaves, Angels and Airwaves, because Tom DeLonge is was my favorite member, is my favorite member, I guess, now of Blink-182. I loved, I mean, I've seen Blink-182 almost as much as I've seen Nine Inch Nails. I love Blink-182. Back in the day, like, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket was a fucking album. That thing was fucking the shit. Uh, but when he made Angels and Airwaves, I wanted to like it so bad, but it was one of those bands where every single song just sounded exactly the same. And I just, meh. Boxcar Racer, though, I think Travis Barker's side project, Boxcar Racer, was really good. That brings me back. I think there was also a Border Collie, which made it, I think it is a Border Collie. I think you're right. I can't tell. I mean, oh God. There's a lot of black and white little wolfy dogs looking like that, but I think that is a Border Collie, which, David, I don't know if you knew that. That's the only dog smarter than poodles. Theoretically. That's what they tell me. I don't know about Sales, where the fuck do you find this shit? Oh, poor little puppy. Oh, that's fucking great. It's a picture of someone holding their little dachshund up against a wall, and it says measuring my wiener. I don't even think that's a dachshund, but it doesn't matter. The joke still hits. We all know what's supposed to be happening. That's funny. Hold up. Worked at a call center, and there was a deaf person named Michael Hunt. And as this was a help desk for stores, it was deaf a real person. Oh my God. No one, wow, okay, yeah. Wow. Wow. Oh, Harry, no, you're right. I was trying to think of like what you would turn Harry into. I didn't even think about using it in other things. I'm a dumbass. I like that wiener dog. It's cute. I've been around Border Collies, not all the brightest. Knives in the drawer. And that's kind of like, how do you measure dog intelligence? How do they do that, Spence? I don't even know. I thought about that because poodles, seriously, standard poodles are supposed to be the second smartest canine, domestic canine. And I think it means like the potential for intelligence. I don't know. Because I've had a ton of other dogs and they're all pretty generally dopey pieces of shit, to be honest. I love you, but they're dopey. All dogs are. Oh, yes, Robo, let's cheers. I think I have like a hit left. I'll repack. Cheers, love. Oh, is it the size of the brain? No shit. I have no idea. Ooh, morning. I had a best friend who had the unfortunate last name Butts. You gotta own it. She owned it though and didn't let anyone give her shit for it. Absolutely. You have to. By height. It's usually a combination of commands, training, and light problem solving. Yeah. Independent. So then like independent, smart in a lab, dumber in a poodle. I worked in a Circuit City and there was an employee named Peter Bone. Peter's not even a new nickname for a cock. Come on. It could be the cock is an expansion of coat or cot, which is a house or hut, or so glass cot could be glass house or from a family of glass blowers. I would assume it would be glass blowers and then like, blow job, cock, glass blow. I don't know. I'd go that I added, but drugs. Like Labrador Retrievers, for an example, are really good at learning words and commands, less so at problem solving. Interesting. I wonder what my dogs are good at. Everything. They are fairly smart. They're like too smart. Octoberville, good morning. How are you, love? It's your month. Super smooth brain. Same. My wrinkles smooth out daily. I've noticed that some purebreds are dumber than mixed breeds. I think that's I have too, but I think depends on the pure breed. Like, are they purebred in terms of like, are they super incestually purebred, or is it like responsible breeding? Because I've known some like dumb dogs. Dumb. A bong and a blitz? Pancake and a schmuck? Bong and a waffle? There is no pleasing you, Mr. Powers. Let's drugs. Language is shifty. It's fucking weird. But size as a baseline was in a call, so not 100% sort of certain on the topic. We were talking about like how do they gauge the intelligence of dogs. Like, you know how they say, like, oh, border collies are the smartest dog ever, and poodles are theoretically the second smartest dog. Like, how do they measure that? And brain size does have something to do with it. Like, the bigger the brain, it's not that there's more just in general brain tissue, it's the additional lobes. Like, when you hear the term lizard brain, when referring to someone stupid, it's because lizards only have the very small little instinctual hindbrain. That's all they have. They don't have any of the wrinkly shit you and I have. It's different lobes that do different stuff, and brains get bigger, new things happen. Yeah, they have like rice brain. Literally. Yeah. Yep, lizard brain, feed and fucking survival. And that's what that basically means. But it is small, and like the bigger the bigger brains get in general in animals and otherwise, the more lobes and the more, like elephants, for instance, not just because elephants are enormous, but they have a big brain and they actually have a frontal lobe very similar to you and ours. Yours and I. Yours and I. Yours and mine. Yours and mine. Yeah? English is hard. And I'm sure you guys have heard about like the hyper intelligence of elephants and how they are just crazy cool. Cats are really good problem solvers, but do not readily take commands, word association by comparison to dogs. You know, I had a cat when I was a kid that would take commands like a dog. She would also swim. It was weird. I must admit, I have a hard time telling the difference between well-trained and smart. Same. I don't, like, my dogs are, I mean, I call them doofuses all the time, but they are smart. They have intelligence. Like, they learn things without me teaching it. They just learn it on accident, which is bizarre. I've never had a dog that did that before. Although Millie did too. Like for instance, like, if I took Millie to someone's house, she would somehow, and you guys know, Millie was a pug. If you don't know, my girl Millie, who passed away a year ago, was a pug, a very small dog. She could find wherever a sink was in the house, and she would sit by the cupboards wherever the sink was and cry because she wanted water. No one will have needed to turn the sink on or anything. She just knew. She just would figure out where the fuck a sink was somehow. I don't know. But I don't know. Pugs, theoretically, I don't think are really up there in the intelligence scale for dogs. But I always thought Millie was kind of shockingly smart. Good morning, CJ, my love. How are you? Feeding, fucking, and fleeing. The 3 F's of lizard brain. I know, dude. Neuro would know way more than I do. The lab pit mix is so weird smart. We have to come up with new words and treats often. Pit bulls and labs are 2 of the most, like, I think, command intelligent dogs. So to breed the 2 together, yeah. Like, those are dogs. That's the kind of dog that's gonna get bored. Yeah. Sales brings. Yep. Thank you, Sales. No, this is so just an example of the intelligence of poodles. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're smart, but then you're like, okay, Lil, Lil, what you doing? So backstory on that, my eyes are watering. That's funny shit. So we got our new fence put in, which is the nice fence you see like on the left. But before we had our new nice fence put in, we had chain link fence everywhere that we had just like, you know, jimmy rigged together, and we put wind breaking fabric on it just so the dogs don't look out in the street and bark 24/7 all the time. And they tried to climb it and scratched holes in it, and Lilith just fell into the hole that she climbed into it, that she like clawed into it, and then just spun around, I guess. I don't know. Like, I walked out and found her like this. And of course I took a picture before saving her because that shit's fucking funny. I don't know, man. Smart, but also like bless their hearts. Ooh, fun elephant fact. Elephants are over 150,000 individual. Wait. Elephants have over 150,000 individual muscles in their trunk. That's amazing. 150,000 individual muscles in their trunk. For comparison, the average human has 600 muscles total. That's wild. That's really cool. Smart but not bright. Exactly. Like, their intelligence goes so far as their animal takes over. Like, their intelligence is like, I must get over this fence to get to a squirrel, and then it ends there. You know what I'm saying? Bless their hearts. Love them so much, but damn, are they dumb sometimes. A good example of how devious cats are is that they self-domesticated. and will go feral if that suits them better. I love that so much. Cats are so effective as predators that it's scary that they just choose to be house kept and pampered comparatively. No, absolutely. Yes. Cats, like, what I read this, I can't remember I don't know if anyone said it. It was just an idea I read a couple years ago, but it said cats are a great lesson in consensuality or consensualness or just consensual touching. Because like a dog, you know a dog. Like I don't need to tell you. Dogs, they just want to be enveloped by you 24/7. I've never met a dog that didn't want attention all the time. Cats, gotta wait till they come to you, bitch. You might not get a cuddle if you want a cuddle because the kitty's not down for a cuddle. We got a genius, right? What are you doing, Lilith? She literally looked at me like, I meant to do this. It's fine. Smart enough to get trapped, not smart enough to escape. But bless their hearts. Bless them. I feel like we have legit combos. We have legit convos with our Pitty. She makes faces and has definite body language, also talks and barks. Lilith does that. Lilith and Trick, actually. They both talk. It's very weird. I thought Huskies were the only dogs. They're the only dogs I guess I've ever seen do that babbling at you. But like Trick talks to Zach every morning. I wish someday I'm gonna get him to record it, but it's the moment he wakes up and opens the bedroom door and like comes out to pee and brush his teeth and stuff. Trick goes over and goes, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Not barking, not howling. It is just straight up like bullshit noises. But it's like, and he can go, what's that, bud? And he'll go, like they talk to each other. I don't know what the fuck Trick's saying, but it's hilarious and cute. It is. Oh, it's so cute. They don't do it to me. Lil will do it. She like chews on her bark. Because, you know, I've told you guys she annoys me the fuck out of us with barking at nothingness outside. And if I walk out and catch her barking, she'll be like in the middle of the bark and she'll and like go mumbling away into the corner of the yard or something. It's weird, but cool. I've never had a dog that did that ever. I've had a lot of dogs. None of them, other than Huskies, like did the talking. If dogs can find something to get wrapped up in and stuck, they will find it. What the fuck is that? Millie did it one time. Millie literally got inside a pillowcase one time and got stuck. Not a joke. Like, I have a picture of it somewhere, of Millie's head sticking out of, like, a hole she ripped through the pillowcase because she couldn't figure out there was an end and she got inside of it. What in the fuck? I want to become a geneticist so I can invent the trunk penis. Too much? Dude, no one, I mean, there's just... But they, like, breathe and eat with their trunk, so you'd have to breathe and eat with your cock. I had a Shih Tzu, and she wasn't that smart, but all she did every day was wait for my dad to get home. I mean, that's pretty... how is that not smart, though? She knew your dad was coming home. That's intelligence, I think. I often don't listen to my cats saying, no, thank you. No, thank you, and I have scratches to show it. Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of injuries from saying, thank you, yes, let's cuddle. Dogs. I didn't catch all the control streams. Oh, I haven't finished it. I finished the main story, but I still have lots of side quests of the main game, and I have the DLC to play. I actually want to play some today. Last week, I just got my period, and then Lil got, like, the explosive, slappy, wet shits, so last week was weird. But yeah, I want to play more today. No, we haven't finished it yet, but it's so good. Fuck, it's good. I'm not barking. That's what she does. Or she has, I've told you guys about her weird toy she has. We call it her baby. But it looks like a weasel, but it's a fox, and it's empty. Like, it doesn't have any stuffing. There's a line of these toys like this. I can't remember what they're called. But when Millie was a puppy, I got one for her, and she literally held on to it until the day she died. And so when we got the puppies, even though Millie wasn't dead yet, I was like, we should try to get them some toys and see if they'll hold on to them forever. We bought Lilith an identical, like, weird fox thing is what we call it, the weird fox thing. Because it looks like a weasel, but it's a fox and it's hollow. And we got her one that's bigger, and Lil drags it around. And what she'll do is if she's barking and I catch her, she'll pick up the toy, like her baby that she's dragging around the yard, and bark with it in her mouth. Like, she'll muffle herself. Have you ever seen a dog do that? It's so weird. Like, she'll be barking so annoyingly, and I'll go stomping out there to get her to stop. And she'll just be like, and then she just starts walking around with it in her mouth and barking through it, but it's like, like, they're smart. Like, they know they shouldn't be doing it, and they're trying to stop themselves, but they can't. I don't get it. They're too smart, and I don't get it. I don't get it. It's too much. It's, like, painful how smart they are. Not seeing a downside to cock breathing. What if you fart? How do you get away from it? Maybe she was blind, Bash. She might have been blind. My cat's always trying to get me to feed her after she's been fed. The cat loves to eat. That's so weird. I've never had a cat that was enthusiastic for food. Bear-sized ferrets or ferret-sized bears. Okay, hold on. I gotta do a poll. Bear-sized ferrets or ferret-sized bears would be so cute. Are you kidding me? Is that even a question? Wait, could we tame... Hold on, let me do the poll. Can we tame them? The bear-sized ferrets? Because riding a bear-sized ferret into battle seems sick. Boom. Oh my god, did my mods beat me to it? God damn it, they're so good at this. I tried. That's fine. I love this is why everybody needs a mod that makes them feel inferior. It's good to know. It's good to know someone's got your fucking back. Wait, I'm in the grocery store getting weird looks now because period talk. Just wanted to say hi. I love your face. Oh, Mythic Mark, how are you? I am so sorry if this was on loud and people thought weird things. Everyone listening, calm down and mind your own business. That was for people in the grocery store. My cat's, yeah, I've never met a cat that was enthusiastic about food ever. We always open fed. My Sydney has the same kind of fox toy. No shit. The weird... Oh my god, it's right there on the floor. I'm gonna grab it. I didn't realize it's literally like 5 feet from me. Hold on. I have to show you the weird fox thing now. And while I'm gone, look at that. Okay, I got it. That's how close it was. I just didn't see it on the floor. There would be no clothes left because ferrets love to steal socks. Well, if it was it's a bear-sized ferret, would they steal something more, like, appropriately sized? So would they be just stealing children? Like, with the clothes on? You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Oh my god, stop it, Gizmo. No autoplay. We have Gizmo. Hold on. So this is the fox thing. This is the thing. The tag, I've washed it so many times because she just, like, drags it through the mud outside. But it did have a squeaker in its head and in its ass that are just broken and don't squeak anymore. This is Lilith's. She's had it since the day we got her, and she's obsessed. Weird fox thing. Loves them. Loves them. But that's what she chokes herself on. It's precious. It's so gross. What's winning? Ferret-sized bears? But wait, can we domesticate? Can I ride one into... See, a ferret would eat you. Ferrets are like cats, right? So imagine a bear-sized cat. They're just gonna fucking eat you, right? Like, we would just... Sales. What? Oh my god, that dog is so precious. I'm dead. That dog's... I clicked it again because I wasn't sure if it was a new one. I can't get over this. Why... Cat snakes, they are. They're literally cat snakes. They're like if a worm and a weasel made love. A giant ferret would be called a tube tiger. Stop. It's a tube tiger. Imagine like the playgrounds we'd have to make for these ferrets. They would be huge. Seriously, I'm so glad our dog isn't the only one obsessed. Oh my god, a new otter video. I got them. I'm lining them up. Don't worry, I have them. I'm waiting for ferrets. Ferret-sized bears are still winning. You guys are just sick. Sick. Imagine how cute bears this big would be. You could have like a couple bears. It would just be like, and you feed them berries and shit. Precious. Precious. Y'all sick. Is that the Siberian flat fox? Unleash horror. How are you, love? I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. I did take melatonin last night and it kind of made me a little groggy, but I'm all right. I'm saying tiny, like imagine if you've ever seen a ferret run, They kind of run like an inchworm inches. Like, they have, like, this tube in the middle of them, and their ass, like, has to catch up to their front. Imagine a little bear doing that. Like, you'd be like, "Sorry, my little bears are just gathering socks. Give me one moment." Fucking cute! I can barely contain I'm saying, who could contain themselves around tiny bears like that? Nobody. But a bear-sized ferret? No one could contain themselves because they'd be dead. You'd be eaten. Ferrets the size they are try to eat you, for fuck's sake. I love them, but they do. They try to eat you. Either too stoned or not stoned enough to get the poll mixed up. Wait, I got it mixed up? Ferret-sized bears, bear-sized ferrets. I didn't do the poll. One of my mods did. Cat-sized tardigrades. We'd all be dead. They'd be like the primate of the world or whatever. They'd be the like, you can't, like, what kills a tardigrade? I think they can live in heat vents underwater. They can live on Antarctica. Ferret-sized bears win. I quit. I quit with all of you. Nothing. I don't think anything can kill a tardigrade. If you guys don't know what a tardigrade is, a water bear, it's a very small creature that's microscopic that lives in pond water. And scientists love to study them because they're kind of invincible, immortal. We'd have no idea. You can freeze them and thaw them out and bring them back to life. You can cook them. You can boil them and they live. It's crazy. I don't get it. But they're kind of precious little bears with 6 legs. I'd take a ferret-sized tardigrade, although we'd probably still all be dead. They'd probably eat us somehow. Ant-Man movies made me extra afraid. Right, though? I mean, I actually, when I was in college, I found a tardigrade in pond water. Like, it was like Bio 101 or 102, one of the intro bio classes. My teacher brings in a bucket of pond water. It's like, everybody slide some pond water and see what you can find and identify everything you can. And I got a fucking tardigrade, and I actually took a video of it, but it's like lost to the ages. This was like over 10 years ago. I have no idea. But I had one in my fucking slide. I saw it crawling around, but I saw its little, like, claws, and I was like, oh, they're not as cute as I thought. They kind of have, every leg kind of has, like, sloth toes. You know, like those very large claws that you're like, those are cute, and also, I don't want to touch one. If octopuses were larger and lived longer, they would rule the world. I'm pretty sure they're aliens. I agree with you. They'd probably already have FTL travel. I think, like, I don't eat octopus anymore because I think they're smarter than me and that it feels wrong. Oh my God, ferrets. Stop it. We need to take a break. That's the only reason I'm lining up all these videos. I didn't want to play them yet because I don't want ads to run while we're watching cool shit. So I have a lot of shit to watch, but we just got to take a stupid little break. Ferrets are precious. Oh my God. What is this? Wait. You want one of these? What is it? Wait, what the fuck is that? It's a commercial? Okay. Wait, is that with the tiny giraffe? Oh my God. I remember that commercial and I haven't seen it for years, but I literally fantasize about having a tiny giraffe. I am a giraffe. Oh my, I'm so excited. Okay, let's take a quick break. It's an emergency. We have to watch these. We have a tiny domestic giraffe that's not real, ferrets playing, baby otters. I can't even begin to tell you. I just saw Lilith again tied up in the thing, and it's just the idiocy in her. Oh, and Gizmo. I didn't move Gizmo over. We have Gizmo screaming at whatever Gizmo's screaming at today. Octopus does taste really good. I literally love octopus. It was my favorite sushi. I went to Greece and ate my body weight in octopus. I love it. But then I went to college and learned about them, and I was like, If anything's going to become sentient inside my body after I eat it and take over and run me like a fucking mech, it's going to be an octopus. You know what I'm saying? The females have evolved to just eat the cock off the male, and the males have evolved to be able to rip their cock off and just throw it at the female so that they don't get eaten. What the fuck? Bob it, bitches. On that note, quick break, but I'll be back. Stretch your dicks. I need to get some coffee. Stretch your dicks, get some coffee, load a bowl, do what you need to do. Yeah, I'll be back in a few. Just running an ad to get it out, and then we'll watch these fucking videos. I'm excited for you to see the baby giraffe. It's a really old commercial. I haven't seen it for years, but it's one of those weird things that I think about a lot. Like, at least once a month. I'm like, wouldn't it be cool to have a tiny giraffe? Fucking weird. Zoe! Logitestis, are you going back to work? Be safe. Don't forget to wash your hands and brush your teeth and stuff like that. Hello, Noob Tie. We're just taking a quick break so dogs can poop and stuff. BRB. Hello, I hope your break was fabulous. Welcome back. Aww. You're giving pity belly rubs. I love pit bulls. I never ever understood the fear of them or where the stigma came from. I've always thought they just have the most baby faces. Like, is there a dog you want to grab their cheeks and pinch them harder? I don't know. They're so fucking cute. Ugh, I love them. When I worked at Lowe's, there was a woman who would rehabilitate pit bulls who had been like used or abused in other ways, like pit bull fighting and shit like that. Like there's dogs like Eliza actually recently, in the last like almost a year ago, if not over a year now, adopted a pit bull that was used as a baiting pit bull. If you don't know what that is, it's when they have pit bull fights. If one doesn't like fighting, they use it as a bait dog for the other dogs to get used to killing. It's fucking horrific. So this woman would rehabilitate them, and one way was to socialize them by walking them through big box stores like Lowe's and stuff, because they're very echoey, lots of noises, lots of weird sounds, and you can kind of gauge how scared the dog is. And she would bring them through, and my boss always let her. He was really cool about it. She'd bring them through in the evening when there wasn't very many people around, but she'd just walk them up and down every aisle, and everyone could pet them, and they had like little bandanas on with their names, and they were just the sweetest dogs. Like, when did someone look at a pit bull and be like, I'm gonna teach it to kill things? I don't understand where that ever came from or why anyone would do that. Like, I'm pretty sure they were originally, literally, the breed was perfected to be a nanny dog, like to take care of human babies. They're so beautiful. I've never understood. Like, I don't think they look scary. I don't get it. They have some of the most human eyes I've ever seen in a dog. I think that's what really kills me with them. They have like the sweetest, they have the puppy dog eyes. You know what I mean? The clip, we need to stop. I think someone said it last week. I think it was Not Enough Gun was saying, and I just agree hard. We need to clip, like docking tails and ears should be illegal on dogs. Why is that still a thing? Is there any health reason? Is there any reason like that isn't fucked up? You know? I don't get it. I don't see the point. Like, it's literally just looks. Like, if you've ever looked at, like, Dobermans, those spiked up ears, they're not born with those. They're born with floppy, like, hound ears that are fucking cute. But when they're puppies, they cut half the ear off, and then they stick them in casts on the top of their head for, like, a year. So their ears heal stuck up. It looks horrific. Why? I don't get it. Like, it's just to make them look aggressive, I think. And with pit bulls, they cut their ears off so they don't get, like, I don't know, to look aggressive, I guess. For certain hunting dogs, what is it, Mickey? Because I know there are some reasons, but other than that, like, other than, you know, a safety, I assume for hunting and stuff, it'd be safety reasons. Other than that, like, why? What grows into their ears? What grows into their ears? The casts? Oh, God, I just don't. I think dogs are so beautiful and wonderful. It makes me sad to think of puppies snipped up. What is bull baiting? What's that? What is that? Like a bull, like a cow? What do you mean? What is that? I heard when Great Danes get their ears, I just don't see the point. Especially when the like 99.9% of all these dogs are just house dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like Oh, I don't think I have Discord open. We have videos to watch anyways. I'll play the videos while Discord tries to open itself. Pit bulls are dogs that need to be socialized and trained well. Problem is, most people get them and get dragged around by them and can't control them. So when they act out, it's the breed's fault. I honestly think it's always the owner's fault. There's no bad dog. There are bad dog owners. Like, I know I'm well aware that I do kind of a psychotic amount of research and shit before I adopt an animal or take any animal into my care. But I think there's a reasonable amount of research we should be doing before we take any animal into our care, regardless of what it is. And if you're getting a dog that's literally a sack of muscle, you should probably be aware you're going to have some muscle to control that dog on a walk. Like, I feel like that's common sense. Even my dogs, you have to have some muscle. Like, and they're fucking poodles. They would drag me if I let them. The tails are so they don't smash them every time they go hunting. It can be solved otherwise, though. Oh, really? How else do they solve it? Oh, this is the bull. So bull baiting. I literally have never heard of this. Crowds in London during the, well, that's history. I just want to know what it is. Oh, bull baiting is a blood sport involved pitting a bull against dogs. Oh, I hate that. There's literally a painting of dogs flying in the air because the bull flipped them up. That seems terrible. That makes me sad. I believe some breeds need their tails docked as when the dog grows the tails, it can get kinked or something and become a health issue. Oh, probably with some purebreds. There are a lot of purebreds that I'm sure like we're doing things to make up for what we've done to them. You know what I mean? Like we created the purebred dogs and did it, so now we're like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna take a cheers. Humans, aren't we the best? Hi, Brown Insomniac. How are you, love? I don't even let my kid take my dog out to go pee because she can pull so hard, right? Like, and I would do that. I would never let like someone who hadn't controlled a huge 75-pound dog immediately just walk my dog. Because when your dog learns that they can pull that person around, even though they behave with you, they're smart enough to know they're going to abuse that other person. They're going to pull that other person. You know what I mean? Dogs will learn that behavior so fast. The CNA pad the tip of the tail. Oh, you can pad the tip of the tail. That's awesome. That makes me happy. I hope we find more alternatives like that. I believe, but yeah, if it's health reasons, I mean, health reasons, I get. It's like, neutering and spaying a dog. I neuter and spay my dogs for health reasons. I don't want to be a backyard breeder, and I don't want my dogs getting genital cancers. Like female dogs, their rates of cancer go up exponentially just by having a uterus. I don't want them to have that. But other than that, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Dogs are so pure and perfect. Humans don't deserve dogs. Dogs are too good for this world. My worst nightmare, to seriously, one of my dogs getting cancer because I just didn't do something, like, because I wanted my dog to have balls or something like that or whatever. Backyard Breeder was the name of my debut grunge album. Can the album title, can it be, Uteral Horns, please? I'm packing a bowl and putting a dab on it because that's what today calls for. My allergies, I don't know if it's my allergies, whatever. My sinuses have just been killing me for like forever. Oh, poor kitty. I hope that it turns out well. I think it's more common for dog breeds to have super curly tails. I'm no vet though. I think it is too. Like if you notice most dogs when they're excited running, like when they tense their muscles, their tail curls at least a little bit. Happy Taco Tuesday. I didn't even realize it was Tuesday. I completely forgot. Happy Taco Tuesday, everyone. Lick a taco. If anything, my son's pit bull is too affectionate, sweetest dog. And that's honestly, I think it's all about who owns the dog. Because I've had, again, you can't personalize personal experience. You can't generalize personal experience, excuse me. However, I've known hundreds of dogs, if not definitely thousands. I did dog 4-H for years when I was a kid. I've known thousands of dogs of all different breeds. And if the owner's a good owner who wants their dog to be a nice dog, the dogs are nice. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I think Kun said earlier, you got to socialize, but that's with every dog. Like every dog I've ever had, that's the key things. Socialize them when young and teach them who the fucking boss is with the leash. Done. Like that is what you do when they're puppies with every dog. I don't know. Is that just me? Maybe I've had too many dogs and I take it for granted. My pit's tail is like a bullwhip and leaves bruises and welts with it. Oh, with me, he's happy though. He makes me think docking tails might be a good idea at times. I had a golden lab that did that when I was a kid. His name was Tanner, and he was huge. I think it was like the golden genes in him. My dad said his mom was a golden retriever or something. His dad was a lab, but he looked all lab, just gold, like that kind of burnt gold color. But he was huge, easily like 100 pounds. It was just a huge dog, but he was the doofiest, like goofiest, the lab of labs. Like picture a lab in your mind, and I guarantee it's this. That was Tanner 24/7, just like eyes cocked, happy, dopiest dog. But he'd stand next to me all the time. He was like my buddy around the little farm we had. And I'd be like picking stuff out of the garden, and he'd wag his tail so hard it would legit bruise you. Or like my mom would be like squatted down picking beans, and he'd just walk over to her and like nudge up against her and knock her the fuck over. I mean, he was so slow and like just like that big lumbering gentle giant, you know what I mean? But he'd bruise you as well, and it was so annoying. But I would have never, I would get, I'd do anything to get it back. You know what I mean? He was just the happiest. He actually, I did 4-H with him when I was a kid, and he wasn't a purebred or anything, so I didn't do I wasn't doing anything to like make my dog famous. I was literally doing it because I like dogs and I wanted to learn about dog breeds. All I had was a lab, and we won one time. I took him to fair, and he won the oh my god, what's it called? The fit and show or whatever. It's not the agility or anything. It's basically you walk in a circle and make your dog look pretty. That's it, and show that they can sit and stay and they're appropriate around other dogs. And we won fourth place out of like 50 dogs one time in Seattle, simply because the judge, I never forgot this. I was so young, but she was like, and Tanner comes in fourth place because his tail has never stopped wagging, and that is just the happiest boy I've ever seen. Bitches. He wasn't the prettiest, but he was the fucking happiest in the ring. He was a happy boy. Cheers. I never forgot it because I didn't expect to ever win. Like, usually, there are kids whose parents have had them in, like, showing dogs, like, showing their purebred whatevers since they were children. Like, you know, the people that go to AKC stuff. That's who I was with, and I had no hope. I just did it because I really like dogs, and my mom wanted us to have extracurriculars. And I remember I almost, like, shit myself when they called his name. I was like, Tanner? No? Because bless his heart, he looked kind of like a mutt. He was just like this big, shaggy gold dog. But I swear to God, from the moment he was born until he died, his tail never stopped wagging. He was just the happiest boy. And we won for that. I'm sure there are other little kids in that group who are like, one time this fucking ugly dog won for being happy. He wasn't ugly. He was beautiful to me. But he wasn't like, a Bichon Frise or whatever the fuck. All right, we have videos. I know I have an otter video to watch. I have a gizmo video. Is that gizmo again? Or is that another Otto? Otter. Is it an Otto? Katie. More otters. We have more otters. It was awesome. I mean, I don't think that's a real thing usually. Because I don't think fourth place you don't get to go forward or anything. So it's kind of like a pity prize. But out of a lot of very pretty dogs that were very like, like Tanner, for instance, he could never perk his ears. He, like, how most dogs, their ears are like, if they have floppy ears, they can make them do that like triangle. He, for some reason, didn't have that musculature. So he always had just saggy ears and just like this, like, face all the time. He was the happiest, dopiest dog ever, but he wasn't great. I never thought I'd win anything. My mom still has the ribbon somewhere. It was pink. A friend of mine's lab had wagged their tail so much that it cut it on a corner while they were out. Ouchies. They came home and the kitchen was covered in blood from the dog's tail. Ow! He was happily sitting there, though, with his doofy smile, probably still wagging his tail, huh? Tanner broke his tail. We never figured out how, but at some point in Tanner's life, we came home from something, and we had, like, a farm, so our dogs were mostly outdoor dogs. My dad built them a heated dog shelter. I'm not even shitting you. It was like a fucking hotel. But, we would come home, and all the dogs would, like, run up to the car and greet us and whatever, and Tanner's tail was, like, bent, and we still never my mom just wrapped it up and it healed, it was fine, but it was always had, like, this weird little kink in it forever. We never figured out why, though. My family's never owned a dog, but 2 of my aunts did. Both had black and chocolate labs, so we'd get to go visit. I love labs. The one time they had them, oh my god, one of them had puppies. Oh, you got to sit in a pen of puppies. That's a wet dream for a lot. Well, not a wet dream, but, like, a dream for most of us. Me too. I mean, honestly, most of the judges were pretty darn cool every time I ever did anything like that. Because you have to. If you're part of 4-H, like, it's part of it that you show your dog. You don't have to win. Like, nobody really cares. But it's part of the experience is, like, teaching kids how to be professional, dress professional, do these things, whatever. It was pretty cool. The judge was really nice. She actually came over and pet Tanner afterwards when she gave him his ribbon. And he was just like, just that dumb look. Had a Chow Lab mix. Got him from neighbors who used to leave him out during thunderstorms. Leave him out? My mom had my dad bring him in. We dried him off and waited for the storm to subside. My dad then yelled at the neighbors, so we kept him. I would have kept him too. I would have kept him in 2 seconds. I mean, come on. The fuck? My stepdad is so psychotic about animals in the house. He's one of those people who, like, animals are animals. They belong outdoors. But even he, in his cold, non-loving heart, would let the dogs in bad weather. And they'd all, like, curl up by the fireplace. He's not even that fucking heartless. My God. Oh, it was definitely a participation award. 100%. It was still awesome. I mean, he deserved all of them. He was the sweetest, best dog ever. And he lived forever. Like, I think he lived almost 17 years. It was disgusting. It was every winter, we'd be like, oh, Tanner's gonna go. Like, he'd slow down, you know, and his joints would get creaky, and we're like, fuck, Tanner's gonna die. Spring would hit, boom, dog would come alive like Viagra. It was crazy. For years. They're all good dogs, Brent. Facts. Facts. We had a dog born without a tail, a poodle terrier mix. His name was Simon, and he wagged his butt. I love when tailless boxers do that. Oh my God, I die. I die. Yeah, that's a dream. I just want to lay with puppies. You'd love Cake's dog Parker. He's the happiest, neediest boy. You wouldn't get much socialization out of me if I was around that dog. Like, I would be on the floor with them. Ask Rod. I don't stand much at their house either. Like, when there's dogs around, I just fall to them and I'm like, you get to have me now. I love them. I don't know what it is. I just love animals and dogs so much. Oh my God, Mandel, my little sister showed pigs. Were you in FFA? Were you in FFA or 4-H? Only ever had poodle mixes growing up, the smaller lapdog mixes. They were nice, but can be brats. Millie, my pug, that's the only small dog I've ever had in my life. Ever. I've never had anything smaller than a lab, actually. Like, the smallest dog we ever had was a 70-pound chocolate lab. I've never had, and then these guys are like 75-ish pounds. Yeah, I've never had anything small. Millie was the first one, and honestly, I loved being able to pick up that sassy little bitch with one arm. Purebred labs can have a passive gene that doesn't tell their brain that they're full. Yes. Yes. Pugs have that too, actually. It's goldfish do it too. They'll eat themselves to death. Yeah, you can't open feed them. It sucks. But they're so excited for food, which is exciting. Dad's current poodles are spoiled tyrants who can't be without him for 30 seconds without losing their minds. Oh, that's a little sad. Happy Butt's the best butt. Just popping by to share a fact. Give me them facts. I love them. Is it about bees? Because I love bugs. Cucumber. Gin-infused cucumber. How are you, love? Thank you so much for subbing to the class. Keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings for 28 fucking months.
That's a long time.
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
But wait, I have a question. So if you put a beehive in your ear, you can hear the sea, but what if it's already been inside my pussy because I religiously follow the goop? Will it still work? Thoris, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it any swings for 17 fucking months with that Prime sub. Don't forget your Prime subs. Bezos makes 8 million a minute and sends dicks into space. Give it to a streamer. Thank you. I appreciate you. I don't think my family ever adopted a dog or bought a dog. We have never adopted a dog, bought a dog, or seeked out getting a dog. My family, because we always had like a little farm with like pigs and we had cows one time and some chickens. Very like micro farm, you know what I'm saying? If people that knew us got a dog and didn't want it or something, we would just take it. So at any point in my life, we usually had 4 to 5 dogs all the time, but all different breeds. Like at one point we had a Bernese Mountain Dog, a German Shepherd, and 3 labs, but the labs were all different colors. And this to this day, I still don't know how the fuck this happened. So we had a chocolate lab named Brandy, or brown dog. We just called it brown dog. And then with Tanner was my golden lab. They fucked and had an entire litter of black lab puppies. Recessive genes, my dudes. They're in there, I guess. Because we were in the middle of nowhere. There are no dogs coming by and fucking Brandy. Like, it would have been a wolf, you know what I'm saying? Or a coyote or something. Which, that's not going to happen. So, we had a black lab, a chocolate lab, and a golden lab. And then a Bernese Mountain Dog and a German Shepherd. Like, we always had some menagerie of dogs. But we had land. Seeing dogs get to run is great. Good morning, Brittany. How are you? A lot of daydreams. Were they good? Are you gonna foster some puppies? Oh my gosh, are you excited? Viata just took care of a puppy for a while, and she's very glad it's gone. We had an odd couple of dogs when I was young, a Pomeranian and a sheepdog. Oh, that's great. I love that. Our neighbors, dude, CJ, I think I've told you guys about this. When I was one of the houses I lived in as a kid, one of my neighbors had a Pomeranian. Its name was Foxy, but it lived out. It was an outdoor dog, like 24/7. They had a kennel, like a nice outdoor kennel that had a covered heated area and stuff because Washington and rain, but it was outdoor all the time. And it was like a wild dog. It grew so much bigger than any Pomeranian I've ever seen. Its hair was insane, and it was like it would, like, climb mountains. It was a fucking Pomeranian. Crazy. I don't know how that happens. Growing up, my first dog was a poodle mutt named Mitzi. Oh, I think my mom had a dog named Mitzi when she was a kid. Apparently, my dad would nap on the porch and let Mitzi watch me, who would grab me by the diaper and drag me back to the center yard if I tried to leave. That's fucking amazing. That's beautiful. Miniature Doberman, the Chihuahua, and I've been around so many pugs, it's not funny. Rottweilers, we had Rotties too. We had Rotties. I love Rotties. They're another sweet dog. They get a really bad name. My mom had I say my mom because I was a baby, I guess, when she passed away. She had what was it? A Doberman named Guinevere. Worst problem about Guinevere was she couldn't hold her bladder sometimes. Chronicle, that's understandable. Honestly, like pets are a lot of work, really. Test it and get back to you? Okay, well, I still have a week of it sitting inside the vagine, but after that, I'll get to you, yeah. Work, sir. It's great. Oh, David, yes? We got a little Australian Shepherd puppy. She was 3 months old this past Friday, and she's so smart. She knows sit, stay, go to bed. Wow. And she's 3 months? Damn. Freya. I had a kitty named Freya when I was a kid. That's a good name. Bye. Brown is the recessive gene for labs. Black and yellow are the regular colors. Interesting. So I'm guessing either of them must have had both dogs probably had a black gene, a black lab gene recessive, because it was like, can't remember how many puppies she had. She had like 7 puppies. It was crazy. All pitch black. We kept one. His name was Tank. He was precious. Because he was literally a tank like his dad. He was huge. I remember when I was a kid, I grew up with my labs, and then we started doing 4-H, and other people's labs were there, and I was like, that's not a lab. Because if you've ever seen a real lab, they're actually quite small. Like, they're smaller than my poodles. They're pretty, compact. My dog was huge. Was mini pinchers. I've never, ever met a mini pincher, I don't think. No pressure, just a reminder, but if you can find the time to outlet, I'm almost done with it, David. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm not even going to tell you about it. No worries. I'm almost done with it. It looks pretty good. I went through a couple rough drafts. So what I'm doing, what David's talking about, is basically I'm creating a map, like I'm hand drawing a map of all my audio. So what chord goes to what and what the sources are. And I'd already done this actually like a couple weeks ago because my computer was possessed. It was long story short. And I had to take the day off because my audio got real fucked from some stupid Windows update. And I sat at my desk because I'm very visual. I personally need to see things in front of me. If it's like, even if I have to turn a page between two things, I'll like fold that middle page so I can see the two things at the same time because my brain can't hold what was on that other page the moment it's out of my sight. It's the stupidest thing, and I'm very broken. But anyways, I'd already pretty much created it just for me, so it wasn't like nice handwriting or anything. But I've gone through and I color coded it. Oh, it looks nice. I'm almost done though. But I figure a lot of people could probably use something like that because audio is, how do I put this? Unfun? I don't know a word for it. Oh, you have 3-in-1 foster. I love Rotties so much. We had 2 Rotties when I was a kid, and one of them would sit under our porch and do the grumble talk when you walked by. So those of you who've never been around a Rottweiler, they grumble talk. Like Lilith and Trick do the Rotties go. But if you don't know that, it sounds like growling, and you might think that dog is being aggressive, but really they're talking to you. And she would do it under our front steps, and people would get so scared. Audio is the worst. Absolutely, David. It's kind of fun for me to do it. I like doing it just because for me, like I used to do this shit when I was in school. I remember like learning about, when I was in anatomy and physiology, which is 2 to 3 courses that anybody who does medicine of any kind has to take. It's kind of like the make you or break you classes. Like if you can't make it in those classes, you won't make it any further, and people usually drop out. And it's hyper fast. So basically, like, you get a month to just learn every single minute detail about the endocrine system. And then you get a month to learn, or not even that. I think we got a week to learn all the bones in the body. We got a week to learn all the nerves in the body, like memorize them. It was crazy. It's insane the amount of information they pack into you at one time. But for me personally, like everybody in my group, we all had like a group, a lab group that you would dissect your whatevers with and everything. And everybody loved note cards. Note cards was like the number one thing everybody based themselves on. And I would try, I literally had been trying to get note cards to work for me since the dawn of time. And they just don't. I can't, numbers and words, like visual, I just don't hold them. And I don't trust myself. Even if I do remember them, I don't trust my recall, and I have to go back anyways. So what I would do is literally I would go home after class and I would take a piece of poster board and like draw the endocrine system. So it'd be like every single glandular part of your body in a circle and where they connect. And I would color it with colored pencils. I'd make them look so fucking nice. So nice that my teacher kept all of them and put them up in her office. So I don't even have any of them anymore. But that's how I learn. That's how I like, not even just learn, that's how I can get myself to actually remember something. And I don't know why. It takes so much more effort than it should. But I kind of enjoy doing it because it helps solidify my own audio shit in my own head. Which, when it gets fucked, can make you feel very crazy. I have an audio visual technician's degree. I had to run live audio on stages and large events. Cable management is essential. Amen to that. I have really nice cable management right now, to be honest. The worst thing is that, like, and I don't know if this is the same with, like, audio equipment and shit like that, but with PCs, like, say I wanted to just move one cord so it wasn't behind a different cord that was tugging on it. If I unplug anything that is an audio something, so unplug my headphones, unplug my desk speaker, unplug my Go XLR, anything like that from either the box or the source of it, my PC forgets it ever existed. Ever. So you plug, like literally you unplug it, remove the wire and plug it back in, and your PC goes, "What's this new source?" And you have to go reroute every single audio source for that thing in every thing you're using without getting too detailed. You know what I mean? Like your audio settings, your advanced audio settings, your OBS settings, your OBS VOD recording settings, because it not just forgets, it wipes it. That is mind-numbingly fucking irritating. Even does it if your computer's off and you unplug shit and plug it back in. Like, it literally just goes, "What's that thing you've been using for 7 years?" And that is so fucking annoying. What in the world do you unplug and it forgets itself? Yeah, that shit. Oh my god. The bone exam is a 6-hour exam in Latin. I think ours was like 6 hours too, to be honest. If not, 2 parts. The bone exam was, I was actually got an A- on the fucking bone exam though. Not to brag. I was really good at memorizing bones. Nerves, however, not so much. I think I was a good strong B- on that one. The song? I will give you. This? Having to remember how I had all the settings in, you know what's crazy is I have them all memorized now. Like I can, if my shit's being weird, other than a couple weeks ago when I started making this map because my computer was possessed, I can literally open shit and go click, 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 click. I know it. I've done it, and it's not because I tried. I've had to reset my own routing and my own audio settings so many times at this point. It's autopilot. It's disgusting. Like, I helped Zach fix his audio. I helped Scott fix their audio when we did the Hot Wings challenge. I've never been the tech helper in my life. No one has ever come to me and been like, "Katie, can you help with this?" Audio, however, I'm the queen of it being fucked up and fixing it. I don't know what's going on. Katie good with bones, not surprising. I mean, I was really good at memorizing them. However, broken bones are the one thing to send me over C-Town. Boners, great. Broken bones, I'll faint. I've almost, the one time I almost fainted. I've never fainted in the hospital, but I got so close I had to sit down in a stool. Didn't tell anyone. I just found a stool very discreetly and sat. But it's always been bones. It's the sound of them, not even the visual. I can see a visual broken bone. It doesn't freak me out, but the sound of them when they try to reset bones, my whole body, like I literally will start to get lightheaded and dizzy and spin. That's the one thing of all the fucked up shit I've ever seen or done in my medical experience. Bones for some reason. Ugh. Like a driver issue, I do audio for a living and only have that issue if it's a generic driver. Everyone I know that streams says they have the exact same issues, so I have no idea. You would think, oh, and if Windows updates, then it resets every single audio source in your computer, so you're just fucked after that. You have to go reset every single one. It's just a nightmare. Me too. Like, looking at the gore is fine, but like for instance, when I worked in the ER, because I'm a taller, bigger person, they would oftentimes use me as what would be like the anchor for putting a dislocated shoulder or a dislocated hip or a dislocated whatever back in. So what the osteo guy would do is he gets a giant old sheet. I stand on one side of the patient's bed. They stand on the other. He puts the sheet around my waist, and I hold the sheet and lean back and put my entire body weight against the sheet, and then they wrap it around their legs some way, and then that doctor sits there with the sheet or the rope or whatever we're using and manipulates it with my body weight to jam the ball back into the socket of whatever the patient is. And when you have like that around your waist and you can like hear it. I don't know what the term is for that. It's like if someone was standing outside the room, I don't think they heard anything, but it resonates up your body, the scraping of like the bone and shit. And one time, I think this is what sent me over. One time we had a lady come in with a dislocated hip, which happens all the time, but she already had a fake hip. So basically the socket of her hip was an artificial thing and the ball had fallen out and she had to come in so we could reset it. And so what we do is we give you propofol and fentanyl, and that is a sedative and a narcotic, a painkiller, and it's amnesic. So what's fucked up about that combo is it knocks you out immediately. Like you go under, we give you the milky shit, and you go 1, 2, and you're done. The second we start causing immense pain, i.e. pulling your leg around to try to put that ball back in the socket, people will start to, unconsciously, you'll start to scream. You won't remember it though, because it's amnesic. Your eyes won't open. It's horrific. And this little old woman starts like, I'm sitting there anchoring the blanket, trying not to faint, and the doctor's like sitting there with her knee in it, like maneuvering that shit. And she starts, like, her mouth wouldn't open, but she was like, like screaming through her closed lips. And she was like in her 80s. Like, it was horrible. That's not, it's like harming children. Like, when you're in the middle, I don't care about hurting. Just kidding. Harming anyone fucking sucks. But she starts like doing this, like screaming, sleep screaming through her closed lips because we're doing this. And then I feel in my blanket core, feel here, whatever the fuck that sensation is, the most horrific, like scraping, like styrofoam. To this day, this is why I can't play with styrofoam. Like, if there's styrofoam involved, I'm the fuck out. The sound of it freaks me out. It felt like the most extreme, like, screech of styrofoam against each other. And what happened was the doctor caught the edge of the hip replacement socket, and when he shoved the ball back in, he folded it in. He folded the fucking, like, and I hurt it up my body, and I was just like, huh, and he just like stands there and goes, well, guess we're going to surgery. And I was like, we, though? And I just had to stand there anchoring her fucking hip for like 3 hours with this fucking blanket. It was the worst. I can't explain what that feeling is. It's like the feel here when it's not audible, but it's like reverberating on such a level, you kind of feel it in your head and you hear it in your head. Fuck, that was fucked up. Bones. Mm-mm. It's the feel of Nope. Can we coin that? It is the absolute epitome of Nope. Ugh. Fucking sick. I just wish I had a word for it, but Nope is it. It's just a big fucking Nope. It was horrible. It was, and her, like, mouth screaming through it just made it worse. It was terrible. She got her hip replaced. She was fine. I don't tell stories that are funny about terrible people that die. Like, that's not fair. She was fine, but it ruined me. Like, on a level, like, Zach tried to get me so bad to watch the video of that poor woman falling in that foam pit at TwitchCon and breaking her back. I know I'll vomit. I don't want to watch that. Even just because I know what happened. Like, I can't. Yes, CJ. Well, you react to pain stimuli. Yes. But whenever we put you under for a surgery like that, the drugs we give you are amnesic. So you won't remember any of it. Because it's, I mean, horrible. You don't want to remember that. You know, you don't want to wake up to your fucking like knees being hammered or some shit like that. This is why I plug my headphone in my USB microphone. So unplugging my headset doesn't remove it from Windows. I just have such long extension cords. I never unplug anything ever. Hi, Sammy. How are you? I'm sorry if I missed any chat. I went on kind of a medical tangent yet again, and I apologize. It's the same at work for me. I'm pretty sure everyone in the studio knows more than me, but I'm the person who's broken things more times, more enough times to be able to. Yes! It's like you're the one who broke everything, so everyone's like, well, David's probably broke it. So, hey, David, remember when you broke that thing? I did it. Can you come fix it? Yes. 100%. Yeah. That's me in audio at this point. Yeah, if it would be nails on a chalkboard if your nails like went into the chalkboard. The physical vibration matches the audio vibration somehow, and it just moves through all your atoms. It does. I mean, totally. It's like sound conduction up your spine. It's horrific. Yes. Surgery is one of the most intense jobs, not necessarily because of the pressure or anything like that. The sheer amount of time you have to stand in a certain position sometimes, yeah. Most surge techs spend their life like holding a leg in the air for 8 hours a day. That's their life. It's crazy. I mean, they're not like, they're not scalpel. Like a doctor can fucking grab his own scalpel most of the time, or most of the time there's more than one doc in the room that can grab a scalpel or whatever they need. Most of the time, it's holding people in very bizarre positions for way too long of a time because there's no way to do the surgery without doing it. And because, like, me, if I would have released tension on the blanket that was held, or I can't, it was like, it looked like, you know, how they like in movies would tie a sheet into knots and like fall out the window. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know. It looked like a white sheet, but it was around my waist. And if I would have let tension off that, we would have caused more damage. See what I'm saying? So basically, I had to just stand there with this sheet around me, leaning on it until they had a surgical operating room open for her. But I mean, that's surgery. I'm okay with it. Thankfully, I'm tall. I feel really bad for any surge tech who's short, who's like this with body parts, because most of the time I could like put it in the crook of my elbow and just stand there and like text or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Visceral is very. I literally, that was the first thing that came to mind for me was visceral. Very much visceral. Yeah. That's stuff that gets you hired elsewhere. That was a day. That was a day. I made the mistake of watching a total hip replacement on YouTube before I had mine. I watched knee replacements before my mom had hers. I mean, I didn't ever, like, you know, you don't go into the medical industry like, I better not watch this surgery just in case my parents get it. Knee replacements are fuck. Don't watch those. If you have any problems like I do with bones, do not watch those. Oh my God. Honestly, that wasn't the worst thing though. Like, in terms of like stamina, the longest, I'm trying to think how to word it. Like the most perseverance, the most stamina I've ever had to have was I had this one patient in the ER one time who he apparently had a cold for weeks, like 6 weeks before he came into the ER, like just a hacking horrible cold for 6 weeks. And then he finally comes into the ER, and by this time he had started to hack up blood, because what happens is the coughing will burst the blood vessels in your throat. So he's starting to cough up blood, and that gets dangerous, like fresh blood, because it can be, when you're not coughing it up, it's just draining into your throat. And we've talked a lot about that. Things just dripping into your lungs is the worst thing ever. You don't want fluids going into your lungs. So he comes into the ER, and unfortunately, he was also very short and stout. And by stout, I mean he was literally built like a top. And that just like, your anatomy does matter in certain instances. And in this instance, it hardcore mattered. And some people have a really short neck. And so he starts coughing blood, and we have him in the ER, and he's fine. And then, because he's been doing this for 6 weeks, that blood apparently had been filling up his belly. And so he started puking up fresh blood, like lots of it. So we had him puking up into a bag, but he was coughing at the same time. And you guys know how that can go. Like you're like, and you gasp. So then we get really scared that he's going to start aspirating or inhaling his own vomit. That's very dangerous. You get fucking pneumonia, horrible things. And he's already got a cold, something. He's got something causing this, some sort of influenza, whatever, causing this cough already, and we don't want to compound on top of that. So we're like, fuck it, let's intubate him and get him in. Let's take care of let's stop the damage that's just keeps going right now, that's just happening, and then we can stabilize him and then ship him somewhere. So we sedate him, lay him back to intubate, open up his mouth, and the back of his throat, I'm in no way am I exaggerating, it looked like raw hamburger. I couldn't see a throat hole. There was no throat hole. Like, I couldn't see an airway. I couldn't see tonsils. I could see not even the root of his tongue, nothing. It just looked like a ball of raw hamburger. And we don't stand there poking around or looking for very long. If we don't see an airway, we immediately are like, all right, fuck that, we're going to trach. And we cut through the front of your neck and we stick it in the front of your neck. Because once we've sedated you with all this shit, you're no longer breathing independently. We got to get that tube in as fast as possible and start breathing for you. And he was built short neck, very stout, built like a top. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was maybe 5 feet tall and just like, and so his neck literally came out to the edge of his chin. Like, that's so much extra skin and muscle and shit on top of your trachea. So normally, like, you can feel your trachea. You can sit there and like fuck with it. It's right where your Adam's apple is and like that weird ribby shit. And it's pretty darn easy. Like, we do one little vertical cut and then we cut into the trachea and put a tube in. And there's usually no blood. All those movies that show like a throat slice on the front and people die are complete bullshit. Everything that kills you is right here. Here, there's really nothing. It's just skin and that shit. Real easy to trach someone. But unfortunately, because he had such a fucking huge neck and it was swollen from coughing and all the raw hamburger, the doc did the slice and then opened it and we couldn't see a trachea. It was just muscle and fat tissue on top of it. And one of the strangest questions I've ever been asked is, Katie, I need you to finger the trachea out for me. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, you have to put your finger in and pull it out so I can cut the trachea and we can stick a fucking tube in. And I was like, okay. And I just into the neck until I felt this shit and pulled it forward so the doc could put the trach in. That wasn't the fucking most hardcore part, though, for me personally. That was just wild. Never in my life. So we trach him, and we, in the ER, usually, in the ER, we only have transport vents. We don't have, because the ventilators that we have in ICU rooms are huge, they're heavy, they take up a ton of room, and they usually are permanent in that room. You know what I mean? Like, we take them out between every patient, sterilize them, clean them, change all the equipment on them and everything, but then we put them back. They stay there because those are all, like, ICU rooms that usually need a vent. In the ER, we kind of need all the space in every single ED room possible at any given moment because we never know what's going to come in. So all we have is these like transport vents that essentially look like an iPad on a stick, but like old, more like a giant Casio calculator on a stick. And they're not meant for extended use, obviously, and they don't have the same power that the huge ventilators we have in the ICU have. And so not only like was it really difficult to trach him, but he had so much of just his body mass was on his chest. It was all the middle of his body. I mean, literally just, some people genetically store fat in different areas, and all of the fat of this human being was on the core of their body. So it was like him breathing. Like, imagine you trying to breathe in bed, but I was laying on your chest, is essentially what he was experiencing. And the ventilator could not do it. The ventilator didn't have the power to ventilate his lungs with that extra, like, poundage on top of his lungs. And so what happens is, if that happens, then we just have to take over. And so I'm sure you guys have seen people do like a bag with a little mask on people's face in movies and stuff. We can rip that mask off and hook it onto your intubation tube or onto your trach tube and just sit there and manually ventilate you all we want. We do it for if there's a code happening or anything like that, just so the ventilator's not beeping like crazy. And so I sat there, and he was so, like, not only was it the additional weight on his chest, but when you have, like, a really bad infection, whether it's obstructive or restrictive, usually your lungs become insanely hard to inflate. They become coated in mucus, or they can become hardened, like the surfactant between the lung and the parenchyma isn't there anymore, so on and so forth. It can just become, like, personally, it can become really, really hard to inflate your lungs. So I had to sit there with this bag, and, like, I'm not a small person, but my upper body is nothing. Like, I have bird arms and, like, ribs. Like, I have nothing on top of me. And I was sitting there with his bag. Like, I would have to use my entire body. Usually you do this. Like, to inflate your average person who has relatively healthy lungs, You can one-hand it, like, while you're going down a hallway or something, transporting a patient. I had to use both hands, and at one point, literally, I was pushing it on my hip bone using both my hands every single breath, and I did it for a shit, like, I wish I kept in contact with people from this hospital so I could, like, call forth a witness. I did it for over 4 hours. So much so that, like, you know where you get calluses from lifting weights? I had open bleeding blisters just, like, slipping all over this goddamn bag. And every, like, 15, 20 minutes, the ER doc would come in and be like, wow, you're still bagging him. Sick. And leave because we couldn't take care of him. We had to wait for, like, someone to transport him to a new hospital. So I literally did that until someone came to get him. It was so bad. I have no arm muscles. Like, none. It's a bingo bitch, right? Like, there's nothing there. It was so fucking bad. And my hands hurt so bad. But like, again, you guys know my thing. I don't tell sad death stories. I don't tell funny stories if the person died, because that is not fair. They're not here to laugh with us. Like, a week later, I think that was my last day on, like, a string of days, like 6-day shifts. The next shift I come in, the ER doc comes to find me and he goes, Katie, shit you not, that fucker lived. Cannot tell you my fucking ecstatic joy. Because if that fucker would have given up after I didn't for 4.5 hours, I would have found him and slapped his dead corpse. Bitch. Look at my hands! You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to run my hands every 15 minutes under alcohol after that. What the fuck? Oh, everything in me hurt. It was so bad. The amount of I just remember, like, I could only do this for so long, you know, and then, like, my whole upper body would just be burning. So then I'd put the bag between the bed and me and be, like, hipping it against the bed with my hands. And then I'd do this again, and then I'd have it on my chest for a while. Like, it was survival. Like, that was it. I was like, I can't stop doing this. There's not an option. So we just have to work through the fucking bleeding burn. But the fucker lived. Hail Satan. He was a really nice dude, too. Like, he was very nice. He was just, like, one of those stubborn guys, works construction, probably got a wet cough and was like, oh, we always get wet coughs. 6 weeks later, fucking hamburger in his throat. I don't blame the guy. I'm just glad he lived. It was terrible. That's the most, I think. I've never coded someone longer than that. Otherwise, I'd say it would be coding someone. That was terrible. It was just too much. It was too much. Have to backhand his corpse because your palm's too raw? No, for real. I'd do the front just to leave one of those, like, bitch slap marks on his face. You little fear, how dare you die after I bagged you for 4 hours? I would have been like, I would have had a vendetta. I would have been like, nah, this isn't how this works. I put the effort in. Now you breathe, bitch. He was really healthy other than that. It was just like a really bad cold. That's what happens. People don't take colds serious enough. Oh my God, I forgot. We have all these links. How did you guys get me talking about medical shit? What happened? What happened? It was literally like, literally like a manual pump for an air mattress. Not even kidding you. That's exactly what I was doing. Like, if you've ever watched someone pump up an air mattress when you go camping and they're, like, just sick of it and they start, like, kicking it and stuff. Obviously, I didn't do anything unsanitary like that. Yes, ma'am. I know. We need to take a break already. I was just complaining about how I talked too long. Again. I know, sickie. I don't know, but I love your medical stories, man. That was one of the first when I worked at, like, on my own as a big girl, like, without being in school. That was one of the first, like, hardcore shit skis I've ever been through. But I've coded people for a long time. It's been pretty metal. Best hand job story I ever heard. Oh, man. I got to do cardiac massage one time. Arguably, that's a cooler hand job. I held a fucker's heart in my hand. That was pretty wild. Colds, flu. People don't take them seriously enough when they can get pretty rough. They really can. Especially if you don't have, like, you know, an amazing up there immune system. They can turn south so fast. I've seen very, very young people get insanely sick from a cold. And you're just like, what the fuck? And it was just because wrong place, wrong time. You know what I mean? I'm glad you guys don't hate the medical stories. I apologize. I'm going to take a quick break just to get the fuck out of the way because I just blabbed medicine at you for an hour instead of watching cute animals, and I feel bad. I'm sorry. It's terrible. It's like when you know, you have like animal brain, my medical brain gets turned on. I can't turn it off. I gotta like go. It's terrible. I'm sorry I just puked on everyone. I was out 4 weeks. No shit. 41 degrees C. 41 degrees? No shit. Down from 60 kegs to 54 from a fucking flu. How old were you? I got a really bad flu like that back when I was in college. I know I lost a shit ton of weight. I don't know if I weighed myself or not. I can't remember. But I remember I sweat through my mattress. Like there was a wet spot through my mattress to the box spring at nighttime. And I hallucinated that my watch would like spew tea, like something from Alice in Wonderland. And I just kept telling my boyfriend at the time I was living with, I was like, clean up the tea, clean up the tea. He's like, what fucking tea? I'm like, all the tea coming out of my watch. No, I didn't go to the doctors because I'm a fucking idiot. The C-section story? Bacon. Bacon! Aw, Jedikai. I'm glad. I worry that sometimes people are like, man, I really wanted to have fun, and Katie's talking about scary surgery things. But, like, I don't mean to. I don't ever want to scare people, unless it's for the betterment of you. Yes. Blacked out most of the time. My girlfriend at the time thought it was funny. I'm glad you said at the time, because what the fuck? Jesus. Holy shit. Only went to the doctor once. I was 39 degrees and lucid again. So yeah, you did the same I did. I waited till the worst was over and then I went to the doctor. I was like, I think I had the flu. And they were like, you lost 30 pounds in a week, ma'am. I was like, oops. I had school to go to, okay? Yes, okay, break time. I'm so sorry. I know. I'm the worst. 100%. Athoris, I know I've seen that happen far too many times for myself to ever ignore that. Okay, quick break. And then I'm on my monitor right now. Oh, it makes me happy. Welcome back, everybody. Poor Bill. Poor Bill. Anywho, welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a good break. We have some very cute videos that I've been given that I would like to watch with you because what's more fun than watching cute videos with friends that also think animals and things are cute and funny? First, I don't know what order they're in. I've just got them all and I'm just going to look at them with you because that's all I want to do. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. This comic is making the rounds again. It might be my favorite that I've ever made. Instinct is weird. It's a 4-panel with a bird talking to itself. Instinct is weird. I made this for some reason, referring to a nest. These are my smooth, round children. The nest is now full of eggs. Oh no, now it's loud. Oh, it's a baby. Oh, all the eggs hatched. Help? Is that what it feels like to have kids? Is this a similar feeling? I feel like maybe this is what it's like when you have kids. You're like, oh, look at this cute thing oh, you're just going to send me home with it? I just get to keep it for free? The doctor just like lets us keep it? Sick. Oh, it's loud and smelly now. I've always wondered about that, honestly. Like, I've been there for a lot of the births, but I never get to be there, for when the moms and dads get to go home. Like, what does that feel like? You go through all the pregnancy and then they're just like, here you go. Here's your baby and your $10,000 bill. Look at the size of this monster. This is huge. Fucking Christ. Help panels the truth. Same. I have no interest in keeping any cum as a pet myself. I really like my spiders. They're my favorite pets, but that's just me. I thought they made like a kind of a grunt, like a sound. From what I remember, but I don't. It's been a very long time. But those were fucking adorable. Ferrets are cute. They just stink. And it's like, I don't know. It seems kind of mean and a lot of effort to remove scent glands. I don't know. My grandpa said he had a friend who had a skunk when he was a kid that they removed its scent glands, and it was basically a cat. But like, what the fuck? They chitter? Oh my god, cute. Annelids don't have muscles, so they don't have abs exactly. You're right. You're right. You fucking got me there. The musculature? I don't know, dude. Muscles, I did not do as well. I told you guys. A- on the bones, B- on the muscles. No, that was nerves. Just kidding. I did do well on muscles. I lied. Ignore me. What was that, Gizmo? Is Timmy in the well? Is he bitching about anything in particular? It's always fucking Riley. Riley is just like, fuck. Wait. I went to the wrong fucking screen. The main part of the day, we've been talking about how all dogs are wonderful. It's humans that suck. That's my opinion, and I think a lot of people agree. Like, you know what I mean? When they give poor dogs like a like, what is it, a stereotype? Like, oh, all pit bulls are evil and they're gonna kill you or rip your face off. Something like that. Like, I don't believe in that at all. I firmly believe that if you are a good dog owner, every dog can be a wonderful fucking dog. Like, every dog is a wonderful dog until you ruin it. You know what I mean? I agree. Every pit bull I've ever been around has been the clowniest, dopiest dog. Like, they act like a lab. They act like a dopey lab. Every pit bull and I've been around a lot. They're sweet as fuck, but I've never hung out with someone who would own a dog to make it into a mean thing. Like, I would not surround myself with those people. So that's probably, again, can't generalize personal experience, but how dark and evil do you have to be to fuck up a dog like that? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Therapy. That's all I have to say. Yeah, exactly. It's not the owner, it's the breed, 100%. And I think what happened, this is just personal opinion, I really don't know, but I think what happened was a lot of people who are bad dog owners, irresponsible dog owners, whatever you want to put in there, they don't put the work in to know how to raise a dog. They get attracted to a certain breed. They're like, I'll look badass with that breed, not like I want a dog because I want a companion. And then it gives the dog a really bad name, like pit bulls and what was it? It was pinchers before that and Rottweilers and whatever fucking dog you want to put in there. Belgian Malinois. Is it possible to breed a bear-sized dog? There is a dog that's, I mean, very bear-sized. What are they? The Tibetan Mastiff? They're huge. Oh my fuck, they're huge. I mean, they are astronomical, easily the size of a black bear, if not bigger than a black bear. I mean, black bears don't get huge, but goddamn. Oh my god, cute. Oh my god, cute. Hold up. I can't watch the video of Millie and her wheels anymore, like, yet, because it breaks my soul. But my Millie had wheels as well. Yes! Oh my god, these are the exact wheels! I'm not even kidding. This is the exact thing Millie had, I'm pretty positive. Yes, but like Millie-sized. It was the same color and everything. They work so fucking well. I'm not shitting you. There's an amazing video out there somewhere of Millie using her wheels for the first time. It just makes me cry so much. I can't watch it yet. But if y'all find it, you're very welcome to enjoy it. It's precious. It was amazing watching her. I'm going to cry thinking about it. Watching her fly. Anyways. I love boxers so much. Precious. Every human's a fucked up serial killer? No, their parents fucked them up. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's like, are babies racist? Were you dropped? I love this. I love dogs more than anything. Sorry, I gotta take a hit. Thinking about Millie makes me teary. Is it Tibetan? Yeah, the Tibetan Mastiff. They are fucking enormous. I love Cane Corsos. That's a dog I've always wanted to have. I met one when I was a kid, and it was just like the sweetest dog ever. However, they are the size of a small bear, but not fluffy. They're huge. I was dropped many times, but not racist. Same. Same. Actually, this isn't a medical story, but this is a fun story. When I was a wee tyke, i.e. like a baby like a newborn, I don't even know. I don't know how long are you in like a baby seat? Like they put you in that little baby thing and then it'd stick it in the car. I don't know. I was that age. And there is a hill in Seattle. I think it's called Virginia Avenue. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember. I haven't been there in a bit. But it's notorious. It's like one of the steepest hills ever. It's a hill you have to drive up in the middle of Seattle, and it's just all stoplights the whole way. So driving up it with a stick is kind of everyone's worst fucking nightmare. Side note, it's where I learned how to drive a stick. Anyways, my mom told me this story. So apparently my dad, my biological dad, while he was still alive, took me and my car seat out of the car and like put me on top of the car and forgot about me and decided to drive up Virginia Avenue, and my ass in the car seat rolled the entire hill all the way down. In the car seat, totally fine. I think. Tell me I'm fine. Thank you. I don't think anything happened. But can you imagine? I was dropped, not racist. I was like hella dropped. I was like rolled like I was bowling balled, for fuck's sake. Still not a bigoted fucking racist piece of shit. Imagine. Imagine. Wrong screen. They don't have 1,000,000 subscribers. No one can explain why. The girl breaking her back at TwitchCon didn't look nearly as bad as it actually was. I can't watch it because just knowing what happened, it'll fucking make me vomit. But it's horrible. It's horrible. That's just horrible. Once saw a dude that worked at a ball far off the roof. Turns out he wasn't the bouncer. How dare you? I had my fingers caught in a fully closed door as a toddler, and my hand's completely fine now. I did the same. When I was a kid, I got my hand caught, but like it got shut in a sliding van door. We had one of those like green Astro vans that every fucking parent had that had more than 2 kids ever. And they like kind of overlap latch, and my fingers got shut in that. And I don't have any fucking crooked fingies that I'm aware of, other than, genetically crooked fingies. That should have made an accordion out of my hand, legitimately, but I was like 3 or 4 or something. Biggest scare was an event where I took a wooden spoon, popped it in my mouth, went to climb the couch. Turns out it was a recliner. It reclined. I broke the spoon in my mouth throat and was bleeding from orifices. That like 2 summers ago happened to one of Scott's kids. They were running around with like a toy arrow. You know, the arrows with a little suction cup on the end of them? She was running around with one in her mouth, tripped and fell, jammed it in the back of her mouth. She's fine. Again, no ugly stories. Don't do that shit. Mickey, that's the least. Honestly, the fuck. Kids survive everything. I mean, honestly, like, I shouldn't have survived having a horse tap dance on my skull, and yet here we are today, theoretically alive. It's because I was a kid. I guarantee I must have been gooey, stretchy, or something. Because nowadays I would just turn into dust. Be like, poof. Shared a few pictures of my... Oh, I'm trying to get Discord to open. Open sesame. Fuck out. Bitch. God, animals are... Oh my god. I have the best animal channel in all the land. Might I share these pictures of the pit bulls? CJ, if you're still here, of course, you put them in Discord. Can I just because we were just on the topic of sweet fucking pit bulls, like, what the fuck? I just needed your heart to melt with me real quick. Just a little meltage. Look at the nose squish. Super cute. I love puppies. Dogs are just the best. Apparently with some heavy surgery, but mentioned, I don't remember, I was 5. Oh, no shit. You had surgery? I had stitches when I was 3. I don't remember it, but it definitely gave me a needle phobia. Oh my god, Robo, I heard. We kind of talked about it today. How do you feel about it? I'm curious. I mean, I'm assuming excited. I fucking love Blink-182. Love. I don't know how to put that anymore because they're back together, but they weren't for a while. Love Blink-182. I've seen them a lot. I've seen them like 4 or 5 times live. I'm very excited. However, I did not like Angels and Airwaves. And Tom DeLonge was like my favorite. He's my favorite voice in Blink-182 songs. And that made me so sad. I didn't like Angels and Airwaves, just kind of sounded like to me. I'm hoping it's, I have faith, but I'm excited because I loved Blink-182 back in the day. Oh, a new puppo. Oh, I'm so excited. What the fuck? Are they sure they got a dog, or is it a mogwai? What the fuck? Cute. I know, Sarah. I've been thinking of Porco every day. I know. His kitty is like Millie was to me. I know that. Like, I think about him every day. I really hope his kitty comes home. That is such a precious pooch, though. No shit. They're already releasing a new single. Really? Oh, I'm excited. I hope. I don't know. What am I gonna hope? Like, what am I gonna hope? I hope I like it. I hope I like it. That's all. Ooh, I had a piece of glass sticking in my hand because my sister kicked her shoe in the air, broke the light over her head. I did that one time as a kid, but I broke a window. I broke, like, we had really old double pane windows that had, like, that much space between them. And I kicked my snow boot off and it went through the window. And my dad made me sit by the window until I fixed it. I was 5. Want to guess whether or not I fixed it? I didn't. Wait, the ghost of Mark Hoppus? Is this like the whatever ad? The ad? Is this their ad for coming back or coming out or whatever? Funnily enough, I do remember the hospital visit after the bathtub fall. Ugh, it took several nurses to hold me down. Me too. That's why I have a needle phobia. No shit. Like phobia, I learned that in school that phobias legit have to happen. That you're not born with a phobia. It's always from a traumatic experience that causes like a very freakish response when that thing reoccurs or in your mind something similar. Same. When I was like 3, I got my face caught on like old rusty barbed wire in the woods or something playing with a friend. And I had to go in, but this was like in the 80s, like 1990-ish, when I don't think they really put kids under for that shit. They just like put some iodine on it. And literally, my mom said it took 7 nurses to hold me down. And they just stitched my face without any numbing or anything. And ever since then, I faint when I'm given a shot. Crazy. Crazy. Only a shot, though. Like, I can get tattoos and piercings all fucking day. But shots. Whew. No. Shut the fuck up. I have an irrational fear of giants, a fee-fi phobia, if you will. I take that personally. I represent that comment. Hell yes, Sarah. How do you feel? And a nail, no bleeding, went almost. I've done that. I've stepped on a lot of nails as a kid. Rusty nails, got a lot of tetanus shots. Oh yeah. Had to have stitches on my skull and cauterized without meds. Ow. All my injuries are always my mouth. All the major injuries, like stomped on by a horse, caught on barbed wire. When I was in middle school, I was running across the gym, tripped and fell, and just face planted into the wall, and my braces went through my lips. It's always I go mouth first into everything, guys. I guess that's why I'm good at sucking dick. Cheers to that, I guess. Age is a construct. What is old? What is old? I'm aged like aged like fine cheese. Wait, skin slip. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive and giving it 8 swings with that motherfucking Prime sub. Don't forget to use your Prime subs. Doesn't have to be here, but for fuck's sake, don't give it to Bezos. I guess I've been lucky. My head has been harder than most of the things I've run into, including a brick wall. Went face first into a brick pillar in high school. Came away from it unscratched, but busted 3 bricks in the pillar that had to be replaced. That's actually pretty fucking impressive. I've never cracked my skull, just broke my jaw a couple times. And arguably maybe my nose once or twice, but I've never cracked my skull before. We're all 69. We're all 69, which is the new 30 or something, 22. I've had gray hairs since I was 17, though, so I can't really go by that. But I definitely have, I don't have crow's feet, but I have this one. You can't see it if I don't surprise, but that surprise line, she's permanent now. I didn't freeze my face with Botox, God forbid. That one's permanent. It's the only one I really pay attention to anymore is that bitch. And it's funny because I've read like interesting articles about how you can look at aged people's faces and kind of tell what expressions they used the vast majority of their life based on the wrinkles that are most pronounced in their face. And mine is this. Does this not describe the last 30 years? I don't know if anything else does, but this is this. I've got a wrinkle right there and that one. Because that's all my face does. It's just like sadness, shock, and appall. All the time. Is your forehead smiling? My dad has like 5. I only have 1. But it's kind of weird that that's the only wrinkle because I do smile a lot. You'd think I'd get these ones. I don't have any here yet, though. I think those are the crow's feet ones, right? Not that I'm fighting it. I don't. I I think aging's fine as long as I feel okay. That's what I'm most concerned with. I don't fucking give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get skin cancer. Like that's why I take care of my skin. That's about it. I predate every Bond film, and there was no such thing as Sesame Street for 9 years when I first arrived on this planet. That's amazing. Nickelodeon didn't exist when I got on this planet. I don't think that's exciting. Ugh. My husband's brother's had white hair since he was 16. See, one of my aunts went completely white by the time she was like 30, but I've been salt and pepper since I was 16-ish. I've been finding like white, and it just kind of slowly. I don't know if I've gotten more though. I don't feel like I've like they just spread, I guess. It used to be like a patch, and now they're like everywhere. Eyebrows once in a while, get a silver one in there. Those are fun. Lil is doing much better, but now Trick is shitting liquid. So that's fun. So I've still got him on the rice pumpkin diet. I caught Trick yesterday fucking squirting out his ass, and Zach was out and actually saw it and heard it this time. I was like, thank fuck. I'm not alone. I just turned 47 yesterday. I feel like I'm 147. Like emotionally or physically? Emotionally, I get, yeah. I started getting the deeper cheek, nose, lip one. Oh, like this one? Last winter, and man, I'm happy to not look 13 anymore. I don't know why I get people guess I'm pretty young all the time, but I definitely have wrinkle. Like that one's definitely there. She's a permie. She's a permie. Probably because that's where a lot of sun damage is too, is like right on your forehead. I'm 42 on Earth. I'll be 22 on Mars. 69 on Venus. Nice. 177 on Mercury. 3 on Jupiter. A baby. 1 on Saturn. And less than 1 on Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. That's kind of dope. I mean, at least you know where to get young, right? How do I figure out what face I make most? I bet it's disgust or actually more like terrified, nervous laughter. So what they say is look at the wrinkles that you already have or like the most defined lines in your face and try to fit the emotion that fits those. So like I moisturize and look at my face every day. And the only thing I've got that like when I'm just like this is right there. I've got like a surprise. The only thing I can come up with is it's surprise, but it's this. It's more of a what the fuck look. You know what I'm saying? There's one a little bit by my eyebrow too, where it's definitely just like a cocked eyebrow, like I'm confused and I don't know what to say kind of moment. Same skin, yeah. I've had them for ages and I don't know why. Genetics, I guess. Beards are different. Beards are weird. It's like I feel like beards are the first thing to start like going rainbow. All my brothers had like calico beards by the time they were in their 30s. It was weird. The peanut the butt's the best. I'm really enjoying it. My worst injury was when I was in elementary school. Like a dumbass, I was climbing on a boat trailer. My asshole's so tight already. I fell on a taut spring. It caught a chunk of my skin. I then fell off the trailer. It ripped. Hallelujah! It ripped a child's fist chunk of flesh out of my leg. Oh my god. There was muscle damage. Took 40 plus stitches. Couldn't walk right for like 3 months. The fucked up part, it was at another person's house. And their parents told me I had to go rather than call an ambulance or my parents, so I had to walk a mile home. Oh my god, the exact same thing happened to me when the horse stepped on my face. I didn't have to walk a mile home, but I wasn't at my house and they didn't call an ambulance or anything, and my mom wasn't home. So her boyfriend, now my stepdad, her boyfriend had to drive me to the ER, and it was horrible. It was horrible. Yes, Mickey, is that even a question? Always. That is, my asshole is so tight right now. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck a dick. If you go by my wrinkles, I have a definite and perpetual get off my lawn. Look on my face. Totally get that. Yep. I grew a beard in my 20s because I was sick of people thinking I was in my mid-teens. I don't know how to look older. I'm 6 foot tall, but I get carded like crazy, and no one ever believes me unless I pull out my ID. I look exactly like I did in high school, but maybe it's the blue hair. There's not a lot of people my age with blue hair, I guess. When I was mask presenting, my beard had blonde streaks, and your hair's dark brown. Ooh, I feel like I've seen that. Like someone did that on purpose for some reason. That like rang a weird bell in my head. That'd be kind of cool. That's like all 3 of my brothers are blonde hair, blue-eyed, fair complexion, and their beards were kind of like a dark, dusty blonde color, and then they just started getting patches of like straight up red and ginger and black coily hairs and white ones all at the same time. It's very strange. Beards are weird. I'm 48, no gray hairs at all. Fuck you. Except my beard's almost Snow White in color. Just your beard. That's pretty cool though. I always wondered, you know how like Richard Gere and there was a couple other guys that were famous back in like the 90s and shit who they'd only get gray on their sideburns. I always wondered like if they grew a beard would it just get whiter? Like they just have Santa beard going on? Cuz that's cool. I know this one. Beard hair is controlled. Ooh, okay. Beard hair is controlled by different genes than head hair. So that's why you have a different colored beard than hair on your head. That's amazing. I didn't know that. And also why they go gray at different rates. My head hair has been going gray since my early 20s. My beard hair has just in the past year started getting grays and I'm 40. It's oh my god, it's controlled by different genes. I wonder why. That's very interesting. Cuz huh, weird. That's so cool though. Bodies are so interesting and weird. When I was 10, I was climbing on a roof to get a cat down. Oh, I used dressers to climb up. I climbed up just fine. It was to get down. Fell off the dressers. I fell on my ankle. 2,000 stitches? Jesus fucking no. Ow! I've broken a lot of bones, but never a compound, other than my face. I guess you can. If your teeth are broken and exposed, is that considered a compound break? I don't fucking know. Oh my god. Is that pup gonna lose weight, Mickey? Is that gonna be a happy ending? Because holy shit. Oh my fucking god, my dudes. This is not okay. Oh, I'm not body shaming, but holy that poor puppo. That's a beagle. What? You look so happy though. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit. Whoa. That transformation's wild. And the using the little water pool is precious. Him and his little toy. It's the corn is the juice. The little toy melts my heart. Cute. Literally lost 2/3 of himself. He's cute all the ways. All dogs at all shapes and sizes deserve love. But I mean, if a person did that to them to the point where they can't walk, that makes me sad. Or like purposefully shortening the life of your dog is evil. Don't do that. They have those. I've used one of those treadmills before in a what was it? It was a physical therapy. It was a physical therapy place, but a lot of gyms and sports clubs have like underwater treadmills now, specifically for people who want to exercise but like have a knee injury or a hip injury or something like that, and they want to take a lot of the weight off of it, but still keep the mobility of their legs and hips. I've seen them. There was one at my old gym when I lived in Baltimore. It was pretty sick. 90 pounds. Is that how much that dog should weigh, Viata? Seriously? Wow. Like, what happened? What happened? Degenerative joint disease. See, I fucked my knee up running, so that's why I used it. And it was actually quite amazing. It's weird at first because, like, when you're running, gravity kind of helps you move forward. The water definitely takes a lot of the gravity off your knees and your hip joints, but the muscles you use to stride forward, to stride water, are muscles that just don't be used, my dudes. Wow, did my hips burned after running in one of those things. Because whatever this front, like, upper thigh muscle was just on fucking fire. But it was great. I mean, it was good for when I was trying to recover my stupid knee. At 27 pounds, wow. I was just looking at the pupper and his adorable toy. I didn't even look at the scrolling. That's crazy. 27's a good weight for beagles. That poor pup. We already saw this one today, Mickey, but boy, am I excited to see it again. Never regret that. Look at that, precious. This was one of the first things we looked at this morning. We just stared at it for a while because it made us happy. Oh, there's another blep. Oh, cute. Dogs are perfect. Right? Dogs are perfect. Oh my What the First off, that is a phenomenal picture of that dog. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyeballs. Holy shit. Well, no, Millie had bottom teeth like that. They were chaos and I loved them. Cute. I have to clean the finger mark on my monitor from the virtual poop. I know. Sometimes I just want to kiss my monitors. I just want to grab all the dog faces and kiss them real bad. I saw this one the other day too, Mickey, but you know what? Don't even care. Because dogs are everything. Fuck, I love dogs. All animals, really, but man, dogs, dude, they really hit that button you want hit. You know what I mean? A snog or a sniner. Oh, I like sniner. It's a sniner. It's a sniner. Dude, it's that is one of the best parts about having a bigger space is being able to have a fucking dog. Hold on. October 7th ritual. Hold on, we gotta read this. This is cute. I've pet all the normal goats, and now I must pet the ultimate goat. What mortal has summoned me? Where did you find this comic of me? Where did you find this depiction of me as a child? Because I'm feeling both comforted and highly uncomfortable. What the fuck? That's fantastic. I love goats. Almost as much as dogs. Potato does this. I call it the shy halud. Oh my god. He like does a snake like the little like on the ground. Cute. Bill, they kind of do that stuff, but they look more like a fish like out of water. They don't move forward with it. They just kind of like warble in strange contortion-y circles on the carpet in one spot. It's very weird. All by themselves. I watch them do it sometimes. They don't know I'm watching. I'm like, I'm judging you. You don't know it, but I'm judging you. I am. It's very weird. Kyria, have a good day if you're taking off, love. Be safe.
And hail the dank lord. An indoor goat?
I would never. Just because of the poops alone. Good lords. Good lord. The shit alone would be too much for me. That's a lot of poops. You know what I'm saying? Holy crap. That's a lot of poops. It's like a rabbit, but massive, that eats cans. Like, I love goats. I would love to have, like, land to have goats and be rich enough to pay someone to take care of them. Just kidding. But for real, they're amazing. But man, the amount of shit is enough to make that a farm animal for me. They shit just as much. The mini goats are more cantankerous and do more damage. Like the little pygmy goats, they're precious, but they're just like a big goat, just more nimble. Yeah, they're pretty. I love goats. I've spent a ton of time around them. I used to go to a petting zoo that's meant for children like once a week just to hang out with the goats there. Fucking dig goats, but I would never have one inside unless you live like one of those minimalist lifestyles where you're just like white walls and there's like one chair in a corner and you have like 3 white shirts and 3 pairs of black skinny jeans and like that's your lifestyle because those are easy to replace, I'm assuming. So if the goat eats them, it doesn't matter. But damn, dude, it's if you've ever like I had an indoor rabbit, and rabbits are like I don't know if you can do this with goats, but rabbits you don't potty train them. Basically, what rabbits do, domesticated pet rabbits, is they choose a corner of their cage or enclosure or whatever they sleep in to pee in, and no matter what you do, no matter how many times you clean it or with bleach or without, no matter what, they will pee in that corner. And so you can like put a little litter box in the corner of their cage and they'll use it. It's amazing. And so I used to have a rabbit that would free roam my house all the time. And I had to sometimes change the rabbit's litter of its bed that it slept in twice a day. The sheer amount of little pellet shits it created, just putting that up to even just a pygmy goat scale makes me very anxious. That's so much poop. And it's like roly-poly little marbles of poop that just poop, go everywhere. So much poop. I had a rabbit. His name was Cinnabon. He was a lionhead rabbit. It was super cute. I've heard that goat yoga is fucking hilariously fun. I wonder, I saw some eating up some big bushes the other day. Some dude sitting there in the lawn chair watching them. You can rent goats in some places to like decimate your blackberry bushes. I'm not even kidding you. We did it when I was a kid. We rented our neighbors' goats and sheep. They had like 2 sheep and 2 goats. And what my mom did was literally tie their leads up to a tree that was near a wall of blackberry bushes that were trying to take over our yard. And overnight, they were gone to the ground. Those blackberry bushes were to the ground. It's crazy. You can also rent pigs to get a stump up. It's great fertilizer, but I don't think your carpet needs fertilizer, right? Uncle had them. They were not chill, but there was a male that was a rude dick. The goat would chase you guys. I've never met a goat that would chase. They'll like nibble on you and bite you because they just don't give a fuck. They literally will eat anything. I just want a Komodo dragon, but Cake says no, Katie. Well, here's the thing. So like what I've usually done in the past is I get the entire enclosure for the animal I want ready, and then I beg for the animal. And when they're like, "Where are you gonna find the time and the money to put something together?" And I'd be like, "Look, it's done already. Your argument is invalid." So maybe like buy a chunk of land for said dragon, and then I don't know what else to do. Populate it with some deer. Maybe some pigs, I don't know, some fowl, and then be like, "Look, I got this island ready for it." The city here rents sheep to deal with some of the great the Gree areas. Gree? I mean, same. In Washington, it was always blackberries. Blackberry bushes they're invasive and they're huge. I mean, I've told you guys about them. They can grow bigger than your house, the walls of blackberry bushes, and they're just so invasive that sometimes the only way to get rid of them was to literally get to the root. But by the time those things have grown for a while, finding where the fucking stalk of a blackberry bush is, it can be like 10 feet into the blackberry bush of what you can, because it's just like they grow like in circles, kind of like barbed wire. It's weird. English. No, it's fine. I can't talk either. I assumed green. I should do that because I've been bugging my husband for frogs forever. Dude, first off, why do you need permission to have frogs as an adult? Not to start shit.
But what the fuck?
Second off, absolutely. I mean, I learned that as a kid. It was my way of proving to my mom I was already, like, before I even had the animal, I was responsible to this point. And then my mom would be like, okay. Like, that was like, if we wanted chickens, like, it was get dad to help build a chicken coop and do all the stuff and whatever, and then maybe think about it. Then she'd just think about it, you know what I mean? Cousin would go in and get him to chase us and hop the fence, which was electric. Dick goat got a shock. Oh my god, that's hilarious. My back feels like it needs to pop really bad. While typing it into word processor, if you miss a word, it won't put it in you. Wait, it won't put it in you? Jesus Christ. Lords. I honestly, C-Town, I miss that noise infinitely. Ouch. Go live somewhere where they don't have peepers. It's really sad. Or like once because we already got a couple chills. I might have to go pop my back really quick. I feel like I'm about to have a back spasm. Like I twisted it weird. Once the cicadas are dead, it's silent here. It's so bizarre. There are no sounds. Like the most you can get is bats. If you stand outside at nighttime and you're very, very quiet, you'll hear the very, very, very soft little like screeching peeps of the bats flying around eating bugs. But it's really weird. I'm gonna go pop my back really quick. But we have to take a break anyways. I'm sorry. I know it's like 4:20 in the middle of the ocean. I swear to God, I will post cheers, but I'm afraid if I do it right now, I might get a pulled muscle in my back in that exact moment, and that's a bad time. I don't want to do that. Be right back. I got the back thing, whatever the fuck was going on. However, I remembered what I did. It's not just bad back. I may or may not have done some reckless yard work yesterday. I just remembered. I dug like a fucking million holes planning for where plants are going to go in my super clay rich soil. So it's a twisted muscle. But I think I got it before it fucking decided to really twist and hurt a whole bunch. What up, Najio? Thank you for the biddies. Hi, Alchemy. How are you, my love? I love Corey Taylor's voice. Oh, my fucking cord. Loser. When tarantula feeding, they were all molting, like, last week when I was gonna actually do the full feeding. I don't know, I'll go through them tonight and see how many aren't molting. Because if they're, like, you know, webbed up in their holes and shit, they don't eat, like, that means they're, like, molting, and because it's the beginning of fall, they all tend to kinda start molting and going a little bit dormant. So I'll check them tonight and see who's molted and who hasn't. I'm just looking at them. I've probably got at least 5 or 6 that are always willing to eat, honestly. I've got chonkers that are like little Greg. Fucking eat every day if I let him. Happy 426. Cheers, y'all. Oh my god, cute. That's precious. What the shit? Do dogs and cats always hate each other? Is that like a misnomer that we're all kind of just buying into at this point? I don't know. I've seen a lot of dogs and cats not hate each other. She comes here every day to give him a kiss and leaves. That is, or it's like a fuck you, I'm free kiss. Is that what it is? It's like, here's a taste of freedom, you cunt. Later. Whose skull is that? His name is Philip. What's in there? Vodka and orange juice? Hmm? It's a Philip head screw. Oh, shut the fuck up. A Phillips head screwdriver. Fuck yourself. Dude, you know this album turned 20 this year? Not to freak you out. This album can almost drink legally. You're welcome. I love this album. Such a good album. If you play Destiny 2, if I could get it to fucking stream. I need to work on that, actually. I kind of forgot because we've been playing Control, which I would like to play today, actually. End of the wait. Be true to who you are. The end of the rainbow, quote unquote, transmat effect is now available, free to all players. Honored to work alongside Lakate, I don't know, and the rest of the trans at Bungie, in order to bring this to you to celebrate National Coming Out Day. Is today National Coming Out Day? Happy National Coming Out Day. It's really cool looking. Click that link and look at that thing. That's pretty dope. I'm just cleaning up links. I have a lot open. So many. The ones we've looked at. It's fine. Okay. I'd have to look for it, but apparently there was some study or survey out there that self-described dog people tend to like cats, but self-described cat people don't like dogs nearly as much. Like self-described? How do you self-describe yourself? As a dog or a cat? Like, as in having, like, the in general personality? I'm gonna be honest, if I met a person who acted like my dogs, I'd be very afraid. Did y'all see there's a new super band with members from MCR, Circus Survive, and Coheed and Cambria? No? What? LS Dunes? No, but I'm writing that down. Hell yeah. I am a cat person. I mean, I say like I'm the human embodiment of a cat, but I'm joking. I love dogs, so I break that stereotype. But I mean, if I was to compare myself to an animal in general. Oh, like I'm a cat person, I'm a dog person as oh, okay. I see what you mean. Okay. I get it. I didn't know. Hi, Sierska, my love. How are you? Good afternoon. It's midterm week. Oh my gosh. Lurk. Yes. Rest, study, come when you need a giggle. I'm probably going to play some Control today. We finished the main story, so now I'm like in a pantsuit, but there's lots of stuff to do still. I like animals. Yeah, I'd say I'm an animal person. The only reason I don't have a cat is I think my dog would try to kill it. That's it. I don't want to sacrifice a cat to my stupid poodles that have really impressive hunting instincts. LS Dunes and the new Tesseract album in December. Ooh. Oh my god, I did listen. If you guys haven't listened to the new Silver Sun Pickups album, it's actually fucking sick. I really liked it. Did you like it? I have. It's good. Oh my god, you're leaving. Okay, well, we'll talk about it later. Go, work. Yes, I very much liked it. My heart is a dog, my soul is a cat. I like that. Want to see something amazing? Always. Anybody that doesn't like the doggo is automatically sus. I've made exceptions for people who claim they don't like dogs because they had a bad experience with one, but they all turned out pretty sus in the end anyways. I kind of feel the same. I've never met a person who like, the only person who straight up will refuses to pet my dogs is Scott, and I think it's on principle at this point. I don't know. They love him. Yeah, I've got it. And I get my cat fix from hanging out with people who have cats and stuff. Like, I get to hang out with Gizmo and Ripley, so I get my small dog fix. Yeah, you don't have to have every animal in the world to get your fix of them. Electric Callboy has a new album out. Wait. On my login, otherwise I would. I have no idea. That's amazing. I would have assumed it was abandoned 100%. It literally took me 5 seconds to figure out he was strumming his guitar as he was hitting the drum. I was like, he's got a guitar, but I see him hitting oh my god, his hand's moving on the neck. Oh. The respect just kept going. That's crazy. Dude, if only. No, I can't date musicians anymore. I dated a few. No offense to musicians out there. Not a good mix. He can stay nice and unmusical. That's fine with me. He sings. He can sing. You gotta log in to view anything on Insta these days. It's disgusting. It's just like, who the fuck is... Even TikTok doesn't do that. And I hate TikTok. Nothing personal against TikTok. I just can't stand it. It's loud and abrupt and it just keeps going forever. That's amazing. I love that sound. The sound. I don't know what else to say. The sound. It's beautiful. It's cool. And he gets 100% of the profits, right, Robo? This guy was the guy that put an ad in the newspaper looking for a drummer, didn't like the guys that showed up and said, fuck y'all, I can do it myself, right? Mm-hmm. He learned how to suck his own dick. It's amazing, C-Town. I mean, I don't know how to play drums. I don't know the first thing about drums or how that works, but it's all of it. What the fuck? All of it. All of it. That was amazing. The life of a musician is not compatible with anyone who likes to keep a schedule. Honestly, I loved it. They just end up kind of being nutballs in one way or another. Like a nutball further than what I can handle. I can handle a lot of, like, obviously I've been handling quite a large nut for quite some time.
Allow yourself to be penetrated. Be penetrated by everything and everyone that is good in this life.
Know what I'm saying? I do too. I was talking about that the other day. Do you guys remember when you didn't have to log into every single website you ever wanted to look at? Those were the days. Those were the days. Fuck, man. Thank you. This is so old. It's like a Lululemon jacket. I got it in an outlet store like 20 years ago, but thank you. It was real weird. There was a period of time, probably like 3 years in a row, where for some reason I would pack this sweater and wear it to the con I went to. And for 3 years, people had pictures with me where it looked like I was a cardboard cutout. Like I looked like the exact same person wearing the exact same outfit for 3 years in a row at the same con. Everybody was changing around me, but I looked the same. I stopped wearing it to cons. I had to stop. It was just too weird. It got weird. It's a good sweater though, man. It stays warm and lasts forever. She said nuts. If only I could do that laugh. Brain! It died in that same consistency. It's just like it's like a sweater that's good if it's cold or hot, so it's good travel sweater. That's the only reason. So really I wore it a lot more than that, but I don't, I looked exactly the same and I was wearing the exact same thing. It was weird. I think Penis like actually put together a couple of the pictures and was like, "Katie, what happened?" I was like, "I'm sorry. It's just good." And that's how rumors seek. I know, and I'm not even clever enough to try to fake that. That's the killer. I am not anywhere near that smart to plan anything that long term out. It was 100% on accident. Oops. Oh my god, the music. Oh, it's the Black Keys. It's a great mix. Great. I got a nice thin hoodie from work, but it has the logo on it, so I hate wearing it. I don't like wearing any clothes with the logo. This like bless Lululemon. They're stupid expensive. But I have some Lululemon shit, and it does last for 20 years-ish, because it's, like, plastic. It's never gonna go away. And they don't put their, like, there's no, like, giant, like, lemon on your tits or anything. Like, the most they do is that the little horseshoe on your zipper or something. You remember back when they used to put, like, Abercrombie, Hollister, like, it was just fucking bullshit across your tits, like you were a free walking fucking advertisement? No. I hate that shit. I don't wanna do it. Like, even if someone wants to pay me. Steel Rays, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an anus swings with that Prime sub. Thank you so much for using your Prime sub. Don't forget to use your Prime sub. Bezos makes $8 million a minute. Stay away. Use it somewhere. It doesn't have to be here, just fucking use it somewhere. A lot of the time, yes. I mean, I got this at an outlet store. This was a rejected design. That's what it says about Lululemon. Like, I don't know if they have that in other countries, but in America, there's some places where, like, clothes that are last season or don't sell or are rejected designs or whatever, they'll be in what's called a Lululemon, like, outlet store where it's a quarter of the price because like, Nordstrom or, like, big high-end stores didn't wanna carry it. But that's where I got all mine. So I got it all, like, dumb cheap, and I got the cute shit. Yeah, it's like the well, outlets, some of it's fast fashion. This has lasted so long, I don't think I could consider this fast fashion. The amount of, like, wear and tear I've put this thing through for at least over 8 years, because I've had this since before I started streaming. I couldn't call that fast fashion, but they do definitely have that, like, weird prints and stuff like that. Some might argue that this is a weird print. I don't know, I like the color. I don't give a shit. Lemony tits? Yeah, it sounds stingy. I switched my prime around. Want to spend those Bezos bucks to everyone. Want to spread those Bezos bucks to everyone. I spend my prime around all the time. Usually it's whenever it's up. I just like look for someone live. I'm like, gotta use it before I fucking forget it. Isn't isn't fast fashion shit that falls apart? Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought that's what it was. Like when you just like, I can't even think. I haven't been to a mall in so many years. I can't think of stores. But it's like clothes that basically you can wear twice and they fall apart. Outlets are a thing there. I like outlets. That's the only place I'll buy stuff that's, like, doesn't have a sale tag on it somewhere. And technically it is on sale because they didn't like it. I wanna make $8 million for a minute, not every minute, mostly because I wanna retire. Honestly, you just need it for literally a minute. Like, can you fathom, like, what happens to that much money? I can't even. Gotta be careful. There are outlet-only items that are lower quality to fill the shelves. No shit, and still make the company money? Ew, that's good to be aware of, though. Gross. I haven't shopped for clothes in probably as old as this sweater is, so. Ooh. I just used my Prime here since I know it's a sub I wanna keep up. I appreciate that. I honestly my Prime usually goes to channels that I'm in the most, just because that's when they'll, like, pop up, as, like, "It's time," and I'll be there to use them, because I cannot fathom the idea of forgetting about it and it going to Bezos's fucking penis rockets. Fast fashion is any cheap mass-produced clothes like Old Navy. Yep, that's what I thought. Yep, cheap mass-produced clothes, they usually fall apart really fast, yeah. Most of my clothes are very expensive, but they're also outdoor type clothes. That's mine too. Most of my clothes are, like, from REI or, like, outdoor supplier stores because they last forever. And they serve a purpose. Like, other than band tees and shit like that, I'm the same. I don't like shopping, and I've been the same size for a very long time now. So, like, fuck it. Whatever. Sales. I want to make a Brutus joke so bad with crouton, but I just can't right now. Oh, Bruton. Oh my god. Jeez, that's so stupid. You're not living if you don't work. You shouldn't be living for work. Work to live. My lord. That's a sad way to live. Et tu, Bruton. I was trying to go for crouton. You know, Caesar salad. None of it's funny. All of it was stupid. I love Sam Smith. Oh, I love this song. This is a really, really good song. Good pick. Me too. Same. Work to live. Exactly. Work to live. Like, spoil people you love. I never want to, I never want to, like, feel like I'm not living to work, which is how I felt at the hospital. Very much so. Because even though sometimes I'd get 5 days off in a row, I was so fucking tired and emotionally destroyed from the 6 days on. You can't do anything. You don't want to do anything fun. You just want to sleep all fucking day. And then by the time you're about to start your new shifts, you finally get onto a normal sleeping schedule of a daytime person, and then you're like, just kidding. Night shift. It's the worst. It was the worst. Bitch, I know what living is, but I'm not that rude. I'm the same. I wouldn't say it either. I'm the same. I'd think it, though. I'd be like, enjoy your Frappuccino. Pickles. Hi, Brittany. How are you, love? I think I have the volume high enough. It's just a very, very soft start to the song, guys. Don't worry. It's just a soft start. Wait, is that real? That's fantastic. Oh my god. For those just listening, it is car chalk on the back of a minivan. The license plate says Jizz Lord, and the back window says, Jesus, I thrust in you. The only thing that would make this better if they had those little stickers that showed like how many people are in the family on one side. You know the ones I'm talking about? It's like little Jimmy likes soccer and little Tina is going to be a stripper and little whatever that one is. We don't even know if that's a dog or a baby is going to be whatever. That would just be like, this is Sam Smith and someone I don't know. I don't care. Sam Smith. Here you go. It's fucking Sam Smith. What the fuck is a Jizz Lord? Lord of the Jizz. The Jizz. Lord of the Jizz. Duh. When a mommy and a daddy have sex for long enough, oftentimes one or both make a jizz. I shouldn't be explaining this to you. Oh. Pucky, thank you so much for summoning the class. Keep the classy alive and giving native swings. I thrust in you. Thank you. How are you, love? That's the gist of it. Exactly. I agree 100%. His Bond song is awesome. Such an unfortunate placement, though. I love If you guys don't know Sam Smith, he is they. I think he actually decided he altered his pronouns to be a they. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to misgender. I think they go by they now. However, they have one of the most fucktabulous voices I've ever heard in my entire life. Sam Smith is an instrument in themselves. Like, just wow. Fucking amazing. So they, them. Thank you, Brittany. I thought so. I just couldn't remember. I haven't, like, talked about Sam Smith out loud in quite some time, so, you know. The pronouns weren't there in my mouth yet. Oh my god, it's so good, though. Listen to this it's so good. Honestly, I really liked Billie Eilish's, and I liked Adele's songs, honestly. The last couple of Bond songs to come out have been fucking bangers. Just bask in that voice. You're welcome. Thank Frem. Cheers. His voice is just so gentle and powerful at the same time. Chills. Auto-tune who? What the fuck? It's beautiful. It almost makes me cry. It's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable to me. I don't know. I can get lost in their voice. Like, it's just unreal. What the fuck is this? Suck my milkmaid sour free. What is that? I hope so. Anime, 100%. Yes, what anime said was still wrapping my head around living by working, as if it's morally wrong to exist without generating wealth for yourself or someone else. That's why I find the phrase work ethic extremely offensive. I kind of feel the same. It's really weird when people are personally offended that you aren't trying to reach further when you're totally like your bills are paid and you're happy and some of us don't have that craving for excessive wealth or the drive or whatever. I honestly, I love those lyrics. I've misheard many a lyric in my life. I stand by them proudly. Of caffeine in general? Itch. That's a beautiful song. Excuse me. That was gross. That's oh my god, this is a really good one too. Sam Smith, honestly, I've never heard a song I didn't like Sam Smith in. Is there a song? Isn't this from what? Yeah, this is from Watership Down. There is. Oh god, what's Dancing with a Stranger? Is that the Sam Smith song? I have listened to that song an abhorrent amount of times. I love it. So good. I only drink coffee because I can't afford cocaine. Honestly, I think coffee has a longer acting effect. Latch is really, really fucking good too. Wasn't that him in Disclosure or something? Or did he do Latch and then there was a mix? Or they do Latch and then there was a mix? I'm so sorry about the mispronouncing. I'm really, really apologetic. That's terrible. Yeah, I feel like they did the song and then someone else mixed it or something. I can't remember. But there's a really good mix of it. This isn't Hosier. This is Sam Smith. But same vibe. Beautiful voices. Oh, caffeine can be a trigger for panic attacks. Any kind of panicky moment like that, caffeine can be a bad idea. Definitely. Especially if you're trying to find your baseline. Sam Smith's amazing. I was gonna play that one I was talking about, Dancing with a Stranger, because I think that's one of their more popular songs. You might recognize that. Hold on. Once this is done, of course. I would never cock block a song. Yes! Yes! I think this is Brittany, this is the exact song I was talking about. Yes. This is in so many playlists of mine. I love this song. Love it. It's so good. It's so good. Dude, Power Slap, time to wife up. I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean? That's great music taste. I have so many links up. I'm just cleaning. Unleash the Archers. Oh my gosh, why do I know that name? I know them. I think I know them. Do they have a female lead? With like a fucking incredible voice that can go any which way ever? Brittany, I try not to. Oh, David. Did you go in? Were you feeling shitty? Yes! Oh my god, yes! Oh my gosh, I love this band. Yes. Another incredible, like, what the fuck voice. Is this the one that Mickey was talking about earlier? I tried to open up a link of them and it wouldn't load. I think. I don't know why. I might have too many. That's why I'm trying to clean up all my links. I might have too many open. But I want to save Steel Beans so I don't forget about Steel Beans. That guy was amazing. I have to save Steel Beans. I'm cleaning. I have a lot. Don't need you. Don't need you. I think that's YouTube's problem. Like, if you have 50 YouTube tabs up, it can get a little shit-tastic. Not the right link. Same person, though, yeah? Same human? Yeah? That's what I was asking. Same person. Not the same video. Your video wouldn't load. Because Jesus doesn't love it. It won't load. I might not be able to watch it in this country. It might be one of those. Hold on. Let me look it up. Let me look up just the... I mean, is it that clip specifically? Is it like... Or can I just look up the song? Because it might be like a YouTube... You know how YouTube's like, you can't watch this video in your... Whatever. I know, I clicked your new link. It's just like a black YouTube video of nothingness. And then the video it suggests is medieval Viking music. But I mean, I was just gonna search the song title and try to find it because you know that has to happen to you guys, right? You get those like blocks, the country blocks. But I might be able to find the exact same video. I'll show you whatever I find. You know what I'm saying? Available in my country, which is stupid. Is it her on a stage that's poorly lit and poorly recorded? Holy, and sounds terrible? Is it that one? Yeah, sick. All right, we'll do that one first and recover from it because whatever sound just came out might hurt all of us. I hate when people do this. Like, just get some fucking sound recording. It's fine. I still want to hear it. But I've got a feeling. Did anybody else notice anything weird and different? I haven't changed anything on my mixer. I don't know if there's an update or not, though. That's always a fun, what happened? What the fuck question, you know what I'm saying? That's a fun one. I enjoy that. It might be like the audio, like it going through the Twitchosphere, whatever. I apologize to everyone who got ads. I don't know what subs should not be getting ads no matter what, and I don't know why that's happening. And I do apologize. Let's take a break real quick, just so if ads are happening, they can just get the fuck out of our life and we can go back to being normal. Burp, excuse me. Yeah, Iron Maiden. I just can't. Ghost and Iron Maiden. What the fuck? I can't fathom a no. What the shit? That's amazing. Lucky you. Iron Maiden's one of my favorite bands ever, and I've never seen them live. A tiny request? What? Yeah, you can always make a request. Video-wise? Always. Always. You saw Iron Maiden in Denver? Lucky. They've just never been where I am. They've just never been where I'm living at the time or anything like that ever. Any time they've toured, I've missed them every time. I don't know what it is. They hate me. Same with Tool. Tool, I've been trying to see my whole life. I've seen Pucifer either 2 or 3 times. It's been a while now, and I can't remember. But I've seen A Perfect Circle. Never seen Tool. They just never came to the city I was in. Like, I'd watch the tour dates just circle my entire state. It's fucked. Ugh. It was amazing. Eddie out there on stilts. Shut up. Ugh. I'm so jealous. I am so fucking jealous. Yeah, that is bucket list shit. I mean, I got to see Rush on accident. That was bucket list shit. That was like unfathomable. Like seeing Rush, just because a lot of their band isn't even there anymore. So like how? But seeing at least 2 members of Rush, that was on accident, was very fucking big old check mark off that bucket list. That was fucking cool. Ooh, I saw Iron Maiden. Wait, I saw Iron Maiden, Motorhead, and Dio when Lemmy and Ronnie James. Stop. What was that like? Do I want to know? How jealous will I be on a scale of 1 to just stop trying? Lizzie Hale. Oh, I love Lizzie Hale. Absolutely. We will always play Lizzie Hale here. Big fans. Hold up. I'll play that while we take break. Live, though? Okay, I'll try to find a good live recording. Sometimes there's great live recordings. Like, honestly, there are some live albums, like some Ghost albums that are the live albums, I like better than the not live albums than the recorded albums. They're fucking great. But some of them really suck. But yeah, I saw All That Remains once on purpose. Twice, they were just part of a festival I was at. And every single time, their audio sounded terrible. And at the end of their show, all 3 of the shows I saw them at, the lead singer would get on the end of the stage and be like, "Fuck you, sound guy," and like throw his mic. And I was like, "Oh, so this is your game. You just sound shitty live and you blame it on the sound guy no matter where you are." Sick. Really depressing because I liked All That Remains back in the day. You got to see Rush in the 90s? Lucky you. Ugh. I don't know if I've seen Nine Inch Nails. To me, that's a legendary band. I've seen Maynard. Like, I've seen Pucifer and shit like that. So I've seen the man. You know, I've got my taste many times. I just really want to see Tool. I saw Sheryl Crow. I really like Sheryl Crow. She's a legend to me. That's a really hard one, man. People have asked me that a couple times. I've been to so many concerts. The most recent one I went to was easily one of the best. I don't know if it was the best, but it was such an incredible mix of music. I mean, it was like It was that it was the what was it, the 25th or 20th anniversary or whatever of South Park. So it was the two creators of South Park, and then they had Ween there, and Rush was the surprise band that I got to hear, which was wildly just blow your mind, crazy cool. And then it was Primus, and Primus was like top 5 bucket list. Gotta see Primus. I fucking worship less. The bass skills just melt every atom of my body goes blah, 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 and pees out of me and I die. And I got to see them and the mix of music along with like them being hilarious and playing South Park music and them projecting South Park cartoons going on onto the Red Rocks going like next to us where we were sitting. It was just fucking Primus. Primus. I got to see Primus. And Ween and Rush at the same time. It was phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal. But I've seen so many amazing. I don't know. That's such a hard question. I'd have to think on it. I'd have to like. I think what I should do is write down every single concert I've ever gone to and like visually look at them and think about the experience because I can't think of a lot. I could think of the worst concerts I've been to a lot easier, which I'll tell you. Literal sweet ass time finding a place to pee. I didn't turn it down too much, did I? I love this song. They literally were just like circling and circling and circling and circling and circling. I apologize. It took forever. They both have the shits now, which is great. I mean, Lilith has like soft poop and Trick is just shitting water. It's very exciting. So excited to clean up poop. Thank you for sharing this with me. This is Ghost. And the song is called wait, is it this? Wait. It's He Is, right? We're talking about He Is, not the last one. The last 3 songs were all Ghost. It's literally the band is called Ghost. Sometimes you have to look up Ghost the band because that's what they used to be called. But this is called He Is, and it's such a good song. Thank you, David. Thank you. Back in the day, I used to listen to this song. I used to listen to like a lot of like almost exclusively Ghost. When I found them, I got obsessed. And it was around the time this album came out, I think. It was like Melioria or whatever is that album that I found them on. And people would come into my channel and be like, Katie, I didn't realize you were into gospel. Or something to that effect. And I'd be like, oh, sure I am. Hail Satan. My head is killing me. I had to take the pins out of my hair because I think they're like your sinuses are all over your skull and they're causing pressure on my head. Sinuses are stupid. Kill them.
Hail Satan!
To that note, Ghost is definitely one of the best bands I've ever seen live. They're amazing. Holy shit. Ghost puts on such a good show, and they sound like, I mean, they're singing live, and they do sound to a T to exactly what they sound like on the album. They're great. High Lung puts on a great show, and quite legitimately, like, brings Human Bones across international borders, which is impressive in itself. Oh, yeah, it's the best. Ghost BC, yeah, that was their, like, previous band name. Now they're just Ghost, but sometimes you have to look that up. But they're great. All Ghost is great. They have a newer album now that's pretty fantastic. The first song I played on the break, If You Have Ghost, that song is actually them singing like a poem written by a schizophrenic who was in jail and died. That's the song. Like, If You Have Ghost, You Have Everything. That's the song. I can't remember his name. Rodney. Was it Rodney something? I can't remember. The second song, Call Me Little Sunshine, that's on their new album. That's one of my favorite songs on the new album. And then He Is one of the older ones. It's great though. And if you watch the music video, there's some titties. So treat yourself. Thank you, Zoe. I just feel so bad. I don't ever want anyone to like worry or think I'm fucking dead or something. Like, it's just my poor pups. Like, they're not doing okay. They're both kind of sick. I don't know what they got into, but they're on very special like chicken, white rice, pumpkin diets, which I have to go get some more today. Absolutely. Oh, Ghost is fucking fantabulous. Oh my god. If you start at the beginning, like they definitely their sound definitely changes. It becomes, what song is this? This is a newer song too. Yeah, this is on the newer album. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think so. Mariana Cross. Their music kind of goes from being kind of like very satanic and very metally to a little bit more poppy, and then now it's kind of got this like a little bit of a 70s-esque vibe because they've been using a lot more organ and shit. but it's cool. I like all stages of their music, honestly. The album with the Cardinals probably my least favorite. Doesn't mean I don't like it though. It's still great. I still listen to a lot of songs on it. It's just my least favorite. Whatever album now. I can't remember what it was called. No, that's not Infinitesimum. That was way before. It's the one with rats on it. I can't remember. Ghost is just great. Yeah. Ghost, they've got a kind of a sound for any mood. And they've got some beautiful, like, we've kind of been listening to a lot of their metal. They've got some songs where the lead singer just sings and his voice is phenomenal. Like, he has a very beautiful voice. Mummy Dust is great. That's not one, but that's I found it. Once this song's over, I'll play a song for you. It originated with Rocky Erickson. Thank you, Workster. That's the name of the person who wrote the original poem for the song that they created. If all you need is ghosts. Thank you. Rocky Erickson. I love bands that don't give a fuck about what genre they are. Me too. 100%. I love bands that like their music's kind of all over the place because I'm all over the place. It means I can listen to their full album and like it appeases my ADHD. Like I think that was the main reason why I couldn't get into Angels and Airwaves when that came out. I love Tom DeLonge. He's like I said, my favorite voice from Blink-182, arguably, but every song sounded exactly the same to me. Like I honestly couldn't tell when songs change sometimes, and that is so annoying. I just want like some variety, and Ghost is pretty darn good at that. I want to read Dr. Faust because of Little Sunshine. I've only ever read stuff inspired it, but not the actual literature. Do it. Why not? It's probably difficult to get through, but I'm sure there's like guides and stuff. I used a guide to read the fucking Bible. I don't recommend. Not a good book. There's just a lot of good. Honestly, there is. Yeah, Ghost is just a lot of good music. Rush was kind of like that. Yeah, Rush wasn't Rush like. Correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't they kind of like a jam? Kind of like Dave Matthews Band. They kind of like jam forever. Like especially with live shows and shit. Rocky believed he was abducted by aliens. Bless his heart. Oh. It's kind of bizarre, isn't it? Like when I first heard of Ghosts during the Melly Oria album, whenever that was, I can't even remember. I often was the very first like I'd play it on stream and people would be like, "What is this? I've never heard this. It's amazing." But I shit you not, I've seen people just walking around Denver with Ghost shirts and stuff, and I'm like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" It makes me so happy. Like it really they're kind of obscure and like by all rights, with the amount of times they reference Satan and shit, they should have been smothered. Just by that he is dead now. Yeah, he died I think before they wrote the song. I think the Bible's not a good book. I see what you did there. Progressive. What's the difference? Can you explain like I'm 5? What's the difference? Electric Callboy. Oh my god, yes, I got it. My dog scratched my face today and it ripped the corner of my mouth and it hurts. Ow. I think they try to high-five my face sometimes. It doesn't go well. I mean, they're not good at it, but they try it. This is not the song. Hold up. I just wanted to play you an example of their pretty-ass, like, singy voice. The cool thing about Ghost, this is just, like, fun Ghost facts. Beautiful voice, for one thing. The lead singer hasn't changed, but the band changes constantly, and it has included such members as Foo Fighters lead singer Dave Grohl, so on and so forth. Like they've had a million different band members. Like people want to be featured in Ghost on in a concert or something. It's pretty cool. This song's so pretty. Yes, Dave Grohl. Lots of people. I can't even name them all. It's a lot.
Go Pikachu, come out. I'm gay.
I can't hear both.
Tipped $5. CK, I spent the weekend in San Diego eating tacos, enjoying beaches and hanging out with a cutie who flogged me with her cat's 609 tails, showed me how to work the pole, and we went riding around in her truck down some awesome mountain roads. You.
Wait, are those in order of like where the pinnacle was? I'm into it. How did you sit in the car afterwards? You know what? We'll talk about it later. I'm into it. That's hot. Thank you for the tip and the tips. Short and sweet. Jam bands playing versus via improv rather than a planned out experience. Okay. I understand that. Absolutely. Ghost is fantastic. I just want to spread good music. Like, I never want Ghost to think I'm trying to use their music to make content cheap or something like that, as a lot of, what's the term I'm looking? A lot of, I guess music labels want us all to believe like we're stealing music or something like that. I just like to share good music with my friends. I want you guys to love music the way I do. And like if I can oh my god. I'm going to be honest, that Cat of Nine Tails scares me than any other one I've ever seen. Because they don't feel good. They're under I've got one under my desk and the other one honestly I don't know and now I'm worried. They're both sick. I don't know where Lilith is. Now I'm worried she's off shitting somewhere. Is she on Zach's stream? Both my dogs are sick and I just don't know. They're just not feeling very good. I don't know what they got into, but I have them on very special diet. They still have like energy and shit, but they got the poopies and they just don't feel good. So they hide under my like Trick is literally like, do you see this dark? Normally you'd be able to see most of my carpet. That's his butt. He's squished up under my wheels because he doesn't feel good. I know, it breaks my soul. I don't like when my dogs don't feel good. I can't do anything about it. It's literally like they spin around, have energy, and then they just like pee out their butts, and then they do this. And I'm like, okay. It's like having children, I swear to God. Wasn't there a controversy because the band members don't get any recognition? I don't think so because the band members change so often. Like they're called the ghouls with the masks, and that's been since day one because the band members change all the time. It's usually members of other bands that come and play when he goes live, when the lead singer goes live. He's like the main machine behind it all. And I think they like being anonymous, but I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so. I haven't heard anything like that, but anything's possible. The live has like this slapstick vaudeville kind of thing going on with the ghouls. Very Three Stooges thing, very much so. It's like sexy Three Stooges. Like if you watch one of their live shows, the lead singer walks around and like humps the ghouls while they're all singing. And the ghouls, if he comes up to them and starts singing in their ear, they'll start like playing the guitar, stroking it off. Like it's very like vaudeville meets burlesque minus the tits. It's great. It's weird, but it's great. I was trying to catch up on chat, sorry. I'm just worried now I don't know where Lilith is. I don't know. They make me sad. Mothica? I feel like I've heard this before. Hold on, let me make sure the volume's not too loud. Bitch, get it. But it's also like I don't know about the shows you guys have seen if you've seen Ghost live. When I saw them live, I think I've only seen them once live. Oh, I like this song already. Yeah. I mean, if you've got great music, I can deal with no tatas. It's an either or situation. Both is just like a bonus. This is sick. I like this. It's not too loud, right? Is it okay? I've seen Ghost live. Damn thing scared the shit out of me with the haunting and whatnot. You saw the Ghost and Iron Maiden show too? God damn it, there's 2 of you in chat that have seen that. I need to kill you for your experience. Is it okay now? Thank you. Thank you. That'd be amazing. Oh, Angela Lansbury passed away? She was 96. That's a damn good long life. However, that makes my heart sad. Mrs. Potts is eternal, is all I'm saying. Porcelain never dies. That's so sad. We were just talking about her a couple weeks ago. Res Sweet Dreams. I think I have. I kind of like the Sweet Dream song is a good song. I killed it for myself when fucking Marilyn Manson, wasn't it Marilyn Manson did a cover of Sweet Dreams back in the day, and I listened to it so many times that I kind of get like high school cringy at the song now, but I'll still give it a try. Yeah. I killed it. I did it to myself. Like I was so fucking obsessed with it. I would listen into the car every single day forever. And now when I hear the song, I just think of being in high school and feeling awkward and weird. It's weird. It's just me. Is the new Slipknot good? I haven't heard it yet. I was just listening to Subliminal Verses the other day in the car though. What's NYTs? What's that? What's an NYT? What is that? Ooh, I was gonna change the song, but I really dig the beginning of this one. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna save this band. Mothica. I've never heard of him before, but I'm into it. It's like Gothica, but with moth. My back itches. To be honest, I thought she died years ago. I kind of thought she did too. People corrected me just because she hasn't been in anything. I think the last thing she was in was Nanny McPhee or whatever. It was kind of a Mary Poppins knockoff. I think. I did that with Dope's version of You Spin Me Right Round. Yep. Don't you hate it? I've gotten better as an adult. I don't kill music for myself so fast. Like I can stop myself. But when I was like I didn't have an iPod. Like it was a CD, you know, you'd burn a fucking CD, you were stuck with that CD. I was pretty much stuck with that CD. Pretty much. New York Times website wanted me to pay to read the article on Mrs. Lance. Wanted me to pay? No. CK, what do you want as the policy on posting celebrity deaths in chat? I don't know. I've never thought about it. It doesn't happen very often. No, thank you. I mean, it makes me sad. I don't know. I've never thought about it before. It doesn't really happen that often that I've noticed, but I mean, you guys probably noticed a lot more than me. What do you guys think? It's kind of depressing. Unless it's like, you know, on topic. Like if we were talking about that person, then but you know what I mean. I don't know. It's a little sad. It's like unnecessarily sad. Orgies Blue Monday. I love that song, but I also killed that song. Yeah. I've killed a lot of Led Zeppelin for myself that way too. Yeah, I haven't listened to the new Slipknot, but I'm excited. I love Corey Taylor's voice. He's still in the band, right? He's still the lead singer. I think just their drummer passed away. Funniest part of watching Ghost and Iron Maiden was that it was in oh my god, it was in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's beautiful. There was so much drama about them coming to town. Seriously. Really? Like, did people want to ban them from coming there? That's so stupid. Yeah, absolutely, God. No, I appreciate the question, honestly, because death is one of those things that, like, unless it's on topic, you know, people bitch about doom scrolling and shit, and if streamers become another form of doom scrolling, but you can't scroll past, you just leave me. I don't know. I don't want to make people sad by just like talking about death. If I'm going to talk about death, it might as well be a funny medical story. Oh my god. I'm punishing myself with sweet dreams or these. Don't worry. I'm punishing myself. You don't have to worry about it. It is. I am very comfortable with death personally. I've been a part of it and therefore and seen it a million times. However, not everybody is. I gotta respect that. I get that. I never want to freak people out or make people feel like it's like if someone died in their family recently, they can't come to chat and hang out for fear we might just start talking about it or drop shit like that. You know what I mean? I get that. Hi, Mike. How are you? Hydrate. Hive mind's salty, but it's kind of like saying there's plenty of assholes. You got to suck it up. Yeah, I hate that. I don't think you should have to suck it up when people are mean to you. Fuck that. Sweet cheese are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Stop it. That is the best lyrics for the song I've ever heard in my life. Wait. Orgies Blue Monday is what got you banned on Neopets? I'm sorry. How? Wait. Do I want to know? I don't know about that one. It's a good thing to talk about, honestly. Like, I never want to. It's kind of like, it's like, for those of us not personally experiencing death in our lives, it's not a trauma dump. But for someone who just lost a loved one yesterday who came to have a good time and talk about butts and stuff, it could be like, you know, I don't need to explain it to you guys. I don't ever want anyone to feel like this isn't a place they can come hang out because all I'm going to do is talk about fucking death. I try not to. Like, that's my policy with, like, telling you guys funny medical stories. I've told you stories about death, but I'll never tell you a funny story for entertainment if the end of it is, oh, they died. Like, that's horrible. If they're not here to laugh with us, it's not fair. Neopets, oh, stop it. Your name was... That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Neopets didn't like the word orgy. I wonder why. Right, this song, these are one of those songs, yeah. It'll never die. I killed it for myself on accident, but honestly, I killed it for myself with the Marilyn Manson version. This one's pretty good. I like this. Rez is great though. They have a good habit. They do a really good job of putting new spins on all the mixes I've seen them do, but the what would you say? Like the collaborations, dude, they do some of the best collabs. Holy shit. They're great. I'm just going through our links. We have so many. Erica Donut, absolutely. Isn't that honestly? Bless Genova via Sia for giving me that beautiful link that taught me how to black magic separate the links so we could listen to music again for not without being afraid of losing my right to stream. You know what I mean? I cheddar the world and I feta cheese. Everybody's looking for Stilton. Stronlin, I'm just saying, you have a market corner. You have a corner on the market right now. I would listen to songs about cheese. 100%. I love this shit. Do you like Wardruna or Danzig or... I've seen Heilung twice. I haven't seen the other two, but I've seen Heilung twice. Phenomenal both times. Although the audio got fucked on their second round and I felt so bad. I saw them, it wasn't this year, I think it was last year. We saw them at Red Rocks and it was like their one of two shows in the US or something like that on this one little mini tour while COVID was still kind of going on, but not 100%. And the audio failed and it was like they're recording for their DVD or whatever. And so, but it was crazy because they just kept singing. Like, even though the audio went out, you could hear them singing. And if you've ever been to a Heilung show, they always usually open it with like a ceremony. Like, they do some very cool, like, true to the culture ceremonial stuff sometimes. And they open the show with it, much like Ghost opens by doing like a creepy satanic Catholic ritual with like the little incense. Oh my god, that was my computer, not yours. It's still doing the look back at your memories of pictures. Can we stop Windows? I thought I turned it off and I swear to fuck it keeps coming back. That was me, not you. Don't freak out. The censor. It's similar to that, but what they did when they were here, it was last October, thank you. What they did here is they had the local tribe. What is the local native tribe here? I can't remember. Was it Apache? I think they invited the local Apache members to do their own opening to the show. So it was fucking phenomenal. It was some of the coolest shit I've ever seen. Like, I don't even know what was going on. It was so cool. They did some sort of amazing ceremonial dance in like true to their culture garb, and it was really fucking cool. Like, Heilung, man. If you get a chance, always go. It was Windows. Well, like, if I heard that, like, you might think it's your computer and you'd be like, where is it? For some reason, ever since the last update, no matter how many times I say, do not do any alerts on my computer ever. Everything's muted. There is nothing. Every once in a while, a little pop-up's like, do you want to see a picture from 7 years ago? And I just can't get it to go away. Like, it's part of the alerts and it just won't stop. And it's 9 out of 10, it's a picture of Millie. Stop it. Windows hates me. I have. Oh, I have. I've toggled it all off because like every update, you know, they reset, and it's just that one, just the do you want to see a memory one that keeps fucking coming through, and it's driving me nuts. It's possible to remove Cortana. I'd be rude. It'd fuck up my computer. Chief Green, should we cheers? Wait, do I have a bowl? Shitballs. My head Hurts. I'm so tired of my sinuses just like aching all the time. What do? Hot showers, nothing. Saline sprays, nothing. Flonase, nothing. Neti pot, can't do it. Deviated septum. Elevation plus cold weather kills my face and my head and my nose and all my parts. It's the worst. It's just like the strangest, like forever dull ache. Forever. Oh my god, it's Electric Callboy. Tell me if this is too loud for you guys. I love The Who. Oh my god, yes. I've heard them many, many times. They're fantastic. Oh yeah. They have a really good song. Wow, that got really loud suddenly. It's new-ish that they did with, I think it was Lizzie Hale, wasn't it? It's like Song of a Woman or something like that. The first time I listened to it, I bawled like a little bitch. This song's great. I just want to make sure it wasn't like, you know, dude, if you've never listened to Electric Callboy, I invite you to enjoy yourselves. Holy shit. I'm newly found and my life has changed. No shit. I had to use group policy editor. What is that? What's a group policy editor? Can you explain? Like I'm 5. Overly aggressive Cupid. Why not? You can only turn off some of the Cortana features in the Windows settings. It's a process to remove all, but if it's been so long I forgot how, it's honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It's like once every couple of days, a little ding dong goes off in my thing, and I'm like, that's annoying. It's not that big of a deal that I want to like go into code and be rewriting shit in my PC. I'm bad luck enough for technology. I shouldn't be going deeper than I need to. You know what I'm saying? We did that the other night. What was it on Sunday night? My nose and my face were killing me, and so we got sushi simply just so I could eat the wasabi and the ginger because I looked up online like what's actually the best at clearing your nose. Number one thing was horseradish. I couldn't think of one thing in the world I could eat with horseradish on it casually. But wasabi and ginger, sushi, right? Nothing. It's just like right here. It's just this crazy pressure between my eyes that here and right here. And it feels like my brain is swelling on the inside or something. And I hate it. I'm just tired of taking pills every day, right? Like I can take Excedrin for the rest of my life, but I don't want to. I hate it. Sometimes pulling my hair makes it feel better, and that's weird. And you know, how to disable Cortana. There you go for anybody that wants to get into that scary shit in your computer. I do. I always have fall allergies. It is. It's the mold. I think it's the mildew and mold from all the leaves and everything. Something in the air every fall just like kills my sinuses and makes them feel like just swollen and tight, and they kill me. Oh my god, Zoe. Speaking of Billith, she's back. Hopefully she didn't shit somewhere extreme. I'm terrified. Goldenrod ragweed. Yep. I guarantee it's got to be because it's every fall I get this, and it's just like nothing makes it go away. Nothing. Other than being unconscious, but then you just wake up with it. I've gone through the ringer, trust me. Sucks. Odious. Oh shit, no! I actually have one today. I almost didn't realize, but on my last break I got an email that was like, remember, you have therapy today at X time. So I'm kind of glad I didn't get balls deep into control. I would have completely forgot. I can't spice chicken. I have a genetic. I'm not rich enough for Coke, but I have like a genetically built, I guess. I grew a fucking deviated septum. So I can't do like a neti pot or anything like that because it just sprays out the same nostril. Like there's something up here going on that makes it so water can't go from one side to the other, which also probably adds to my sinuses being a piece of shit, to be honest. But I don't know. I just heard that song for the first time, Kills, and I'm very much into it. The first song I ever heard, what was the first song by them you gave me, Sales? It was this one, We Got the Moves. Have you guys seen this video? Babyface. They're fantastic. Please check them out. Yes, we listened to them live on channel, I think. The Big? Yeah. I mean, I can't stop it now. I feel really bad cutting their music off because it's hilarious. It's just auto-played. Sometimes autoplay is okay, I guess. Sometimes I feel like the soft spot on my head didn't heal, and that's what makes my head hurt. Because I have, like, not a round skull right here. Dude, I've been running to the other one, We've Got the Moves. It's great running beat. It's fantastic. Spaceman is good. I think that, Hypa Hypa is next. Hold on. Let me see if Spaceman's in there. I think we listened to Spaceman on the first day I ever heard him too, because I just let him play forever. Yep, there's Spaceman. I got it. I used to really like D'Antwoord. There was like a couple albums of theirs I liked, and then they didn't come out with anything I was a really big fan of for a long time. Like their music was more like comical. Like there was like Cookie Thumper, which was like funny, but I wouldn't necessarily listen to it on a regular basis because it was a little creepy. There were a couple of their songs I liked, but I think didn't they come under fire under some nasty racist scandal or some shit? I don't know. I haven't listened to them or heard about them in a very long time, to be honest. I don't remember. Oh my god, Najeel, that is fucked up. Son, can we go to a haunted house this year? Dad, what's wrong with the one we live in? Son, what? Dad, good night, son. That's parenting done right. Right, meow. Was that the shit? They did some, like, Viata, I remember that. Like, I really liked them too until some really sketch shit went down. Yeah. I can't remember the details. Otherwise, I would totally tell you. I really can't remember the specific details. I think I have to Google it. Hold on. Is it rapey and gross? Maybe that's why I blocked it out, because I think I read about it on stream. Wow, if you Google D'Antwoord, the first thing that comes up is D'Antwoord abuse. All right. Okay. Okay. Wait. Stop. No. You stop it. You don't. I'll fuck you up. All right. I Googled so you don't have to. American rapper Danny Brown has accused Ninja, one half of South African duo D'Antwoord, of sexually assaulting him at a nightclub in Paris. Speaking on the Two Bears, One Cave podcast, Brown said he was on a night out when Ninja sat on his lap and began to kiss him. It freaked me out, Brown said. Oh, does it get worse? No, we don't have to like dive down that rabbit hole. That's not what we're here to do today. No. We can get the cliff notes. Nope. I won't go further than that. That gets weird. I knew it was I remember us looking at it. I guess I blocked it because it's fucking gross. This is Spaceman. Yeah, Spaceman, by the way. Oh my god, there's another rapey incident. Do I even want to... Should I keep scrolling? Wait, no, I don't want to keep going. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. Child sexual abuse, their adopted child, saying they sexually abused them. Yeah, I'm just reading headlines. I'm not going to go deep into that one. D'Antwoord got a big yikes on them. Yep. We're just going to call that a yikes for today. Big one. Yep. Uncomfortable we are. That's gross. They were very out there, but there's a lot of, I mean, like, there's a lot of people out there that don't have to be rapey. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but that was a lot. That was a lot in one Google search. Yeah, now for something completely different. My sinuses hurt so bad. Have any of you actually ever jumped in a pile of leaves? I never have for fear of the amount of dog shit in it. It's really hard when you're like, don't think about this one thing, and then you just can't stop thinking about that thing. Uh, Sam Smith gives me happy feelings. Your feelings about clowns? I'd shank a fucking clown. I have bad feelings about clowns. Have you ever met someone that, like, when you're getting to know them, they're like, oh, by the way, I love clowns, that you didn't immediately think to yourself, something's broken inside of you? You've never been excited to hear someone loves clowns above the age of 4 years old. You fuck clowns in the horrible ways. Dry sounding. Is the pile of leaves made properly, or is it like 2 feet of leaves on a concrete floor? We can only joke because she's okay. That's fantastic. In a yard. Hopefully in a yard. Oh, man. I am... My son that lives far away thinks he can make it here for my birthday next month. Is he going to? That's exciting. Ooh, new gorillas? Hell yeah. Actually, I haven't heard the song yet, but I heard like a slice of it, like a preview, like it was a commercial for their new album or whatever. Is it decent? Have you heard any of the music off of it? We made this an email because I can't spell. I can't speak. I can't smell. See, this is... My hub's aunt loves clowns. Like, she's just a woman who's like, you know what? Clowns bring me joy. I would love to have a sit down conversation and be like, I'm not trying to be offensive. Like, can you tell me where your love for clowns started and how it wasn't obliterated by all the serial killers who dress up like clowns and the movie It and everything ever that ever had to do with clowns ever? Like, what? Has anyone here seen Shameless? You remember the dad of who it's oh god, what's her name? What's her name's husband has like a secret basement full of clowns. Porcelain clown dolls, because that is universally known as the decoration of a sociopath. Like, when filmmakers are like, how do we show this person's crazy without telling them they're crazy? Let's decorate with clowns. That's what people do. Do you want to know what Scott buys for Zach every year for Christmas? He shops thrift stores to find the creepiest, oldest antique clown thing he possibly can. What happened? But like, what happened to those grandmas to like clowns? Like, I'd like to know. And how did they never be how were they never ruined ever? Because there might have been a point in my youthhood where I wasn't totally terrified of clowns, but it didn't last. Oh my god, you haven't seen him for 2 years? Dude, I haven't been home to my parents in 2 years. I wonder if they're excited to see me, maybe. That'd be weird. Mimes are everywhere, dude. Every large city I've ever traveled to still has fucking mimes and people painted in weird shiny paint, like pretending to stand still for hours. But now, if you try to take a picture of one without putting money at their feet, they'll break pose to come tell you no. They don't give a fuck. It's all a bit. It's so weird. It's such a business now. I mean, not that it's just weird. It's very weird. Of Joe Dierte. Kind of. Yeah, the clowns. It's never like it's not a sign of an okay person, like surrounding yourself by clowns. It's a strange thing to do. Unless it's like, Captain Spaulding. Happy 420. Cheers to the East Coast lovers. Oh my god, she has clowns and figurines. Okay, honestly, my Nana wasn't much better, but it was tiny dolls, porcelain dolls and shit. Just as creepy, to be fair. They're just as creepy. I think those are more accepted as being creepy though, but for some reason, I don't know though. What the fuck? I've never met anyone that collected clowns that I was like, "You're okay." It literally auto-played into the middle of another song of a completely different band. That's so weird. She's not okay. I would assume. Dolls are creepy. Get this. My mom has some porcelain dolls. I don't know why, but she thought it would be cool when my sister and I were young to get porcelain dolls that looked like us back in like the 80s. I know. I can't make that shit up. Like she would literally be like, "That's the Katie doll and that's the Sarah doll. And I got them before you were born because I knew what you were gonna look like." She'll say shit like that because she's creepy as fuck. But what she does, she's got multiples now. She's got like 10 of these things. She keeps them all in the spare bedroom where I sleep when I visit. None of them are on display in her home anywhere. She does not proudly display her strange porcelain doll collection. They're all hidden away. Will she get rid of them or do anything with them? Absolutely not. So I throw a blanket on them because I'm afraid if they blink, I'll die. They're literally like stacked on a wall that faces the side of the bed where you would turn. Like you would just open your eyes and see all these dolls. It's beyond scary. This is literally the start of a horror movie. She doesn't realize how fucking creepy it is though. She's just so out of touch. Like she has no idea. She's like, "This is totally normal." I grew up with dolls all over the house. I'm like, "No, that's not normal though." What Nana did wasn't normal. Nana had entire rooms no one was allowed to go into for no reason other than no one had been in them. Like that's not, you know what I'm saying? When like, poorer people had like the nice furniture in a special room where no one ever goes ever. She had that. We just cheers. Happy cheers, Bubblicious. The old game, The Seven Guests, scarred me on dolls forever. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like Puppet Master or something. It was some show that was on a late night like sci-fi thing that I shouldn't have seen when I was way too young. But I very remember specifically there was one doll. It was like a puppet that was a female puppet, and she had a tongue that was really long, and she starts licking this human man's stomach, but her tongue starts sewing in and out of his flesh. I just no dolls. Like, give me a Cenobite in my bed at any day over a doll like that. Like any of them. Nah, dude. No, please. Oh, David. Oh, I would do the things I would do to never receive that package. The horror. Give me a disembodied body part any fucking day, but a whole body together is just too much for me. Porcelain dolls are repositories for your soul. I swear to fuck, my mom's gonna keep our souls in those dolls if we die before she does. Why else would you get porcelain dolls that you think your daughters are gonna look like before they're ever born and then just keep them in a secret room somewhere where no one goes ever? Horror movies. Horror movies. Ugh. I don't think I'd even blink. They're like display porcelain dolls, so they don't have like functioning eyelids. But if they blink, I die. I think that's how it goes, right? In case you die, you could possess the dolls and haunt her for the rest of your life. Oh my god. Okay, Pucky. I didn't read that, and now I see it. Your idea is better. I thought she was just going to trap our souls and keep them. But the idea of getting to haunt her with these creepy dolls, I mean, I never get to blink again, but like, maybe. Maybe. The only dolls I really don't like are the nesting dolls. I find them way too full of themselves. Oh my god, leave. Why? I like those ones. At least they're mildly interactive. Dick. I always liked in Nightmare Before Christmas when they show the nesting dolls and like the very middle is a dead scorpion. Or is it an alive scorpion? I don't know. I liked the idea of getting a scorpion. The Weeping Angels. The Weeping Angels didn't really scare me very much. Like, it's a creepy idea. Like, the Don't Blink episodes are very scary. But they themselves, I don't know. Like, what's the worst they could do? Like, they just, like, transport you in time. Like, whatever. I could think of scarier things in Doctor Who. I can't right now, but I could. They weren't the scariest. They were scary, but they're not the worst. And I kind of hate that they keep bringing them back in different, like, I feel like every season of Doctor Who, they try to bring back certain foes that everybody really loves and are universal, but, like, why can't you just come up with something new? That's where those came from. Like, you originally did come up with something new, and that's why we liked it. Stop recycling. Like, I'm over exterminate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the worst they can do is transfer you to a different part of time. There were much worse. I mean, there were, like, what were the ones that would, like, use your body as a skin suit? And they kinda look like kind of adorable when they weren't, you know, they had the big cheeks and big eyes, and they would fart and giggle a lot at their farts. But they would, like, literally steal your skin and wear it. The Slitheen. Those scare me way more. Way fucking more. 100%. Yeah, Slitheen were fucking terrifying. And Exterminate, like, it's cool. Once you cracked open the Daleks and we saw what was inside, I was over him. Like, I know what it is now. We're done. Like, come up with something new. I know you can do it. Or can you not? The silence was pretty scary. Okay, I agree. Didn't they kind of look like Slender Man a little bit? And, like, you would forget every time. Oh my God, that was the weird, where they had the marks on their arms, because every time you looked away from him, you'd forget you looked at him right. Those were scary, yeah. Slitheen still scare me more because I die. But I guess I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I don't remember if I gotta rewatch them again, obviously. I can't remember if they actually harmed you. I think if you looked at them too long or something. Or no, as long as you looked at them, they couldn't harm you. Right? But the moment you looked away, you forgot why you were even looking that direction. Ish. Stop it. That's a silicone doll. I hate it. We don't need that. Maybe someone does. I don't need that. The Cybermen. Oh my God. Sales. Okay, you got me there. The scariest, creepiest shit. Are you my mummy? Yeah. No, you're right. Any episode that involved children. Yeah. Creepy. Are you my mummy? Ugh. You won. You win. Yep. And I don't even know, like, you just, like, grow a rubber mask and become one or something. I don't even remember, like, right? It's like season 1. Shut up. I'm not spoiling anything. Watch fucking Doctor Who. Season 1 of the new generation. Silence in the Library is really fucking scary. I couldn't remember what that one was called. That was the one where it was, like, the bad guy was, like, the little particles, or it was, like, invisible or something, wasn't it? And they were just in that monstrous library that had the story of everything ever. That was a really cool episode, but also very, unnerving. The Vashta Narada, yeah, and they were in their little spacesuits, and then suddenly there would be nothing in their spacesuit but a skeleton. We're talking about the same one, right? Oh, it's Feel Good Inc. Sick. Yeah, and the shadow, dude, yes, but isn't that our first? It's the Doctor's first time meeting River, but I think River's last time meeting the Doctor. Right? Which is tragic and wonderful. Yeah. Ugh! Good. I'm a cold, hard bitch. Doesn't hit me. Nope. I don't feel anything. That's really old. I feel like, I mean, how old is it? How old are these spoilers? I don't know. I haven't watched the new season at all, so I can't spoil that one. But, like, how old are these? Is this still spoiling? Am I being rude? It's a sad episode. A good one, but sad. Sad happy. Me too. I'm 2 doctors behind, and have you tried to watch them, Glut? I gave it an effort, and I hated them. Like, I've tried, and I don't like them. And I just, like, I haven't started rewatching any of them yet because I feel bad that I can't get through these new ones, but I just don't enjoy them in any way, shape, or form, and I think I'm broken. I know, I'm sorry. This is me struggling not to put on the Doctor Feels. No! I won't do it. Well, the newest, the more recent seasons. I haven't seen The Lady Doctor, and I tried to get through Capaldi, and I just... It's a hard one to get through. Me too, Sales. Me too. Which is sad because I actually like Capaldi as an actor, and I really liked him in the Pompeii episode he was in way with, like, is it Tennant? I think, no. Is it Tennant and Donna? I think it's Tennant and Donna. Honestly, it's not Capaldi, it's the writing. The writing for the episodes, I understand where they're trying to go with, like, the Doctor. They're trying to make him not a romance figure for his female companion every fucking time, which was kind of becoming, like, this recycled story. Like, the female companion was always head over heels and would, like, end IRL relationships with humans to, like, fuck off with an alien. And I get that they were trying to do that, but they lost something in it. Like, they lost this, like, I don't know what it is. They lost something. I'm not a writer. I can't judge. It was okay. It's not terrible. But it was just, there's something that feels like it's not there in the new writing, and it makes me sad. I just feel like it's missing. Something that doesn't keep my attention. The first season Capaldi is not good since the scripts were written for Matt Smith. Oh, they were? Did he quit? Interesting. You have to pay for the entire season? Fuck off. Isn't that what NordVPN is for? Does the female main character from the episode Blink appear in other episodes too? Who is that? I don't remember. Which character is that, Brittany? Ha 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 ha. Picard's still my favorite Doctor. I could see that. I could see that. Great with Scalpel. After string of doctors from Eccleston to Tennant to Smith to Capaldi, I have a hard time moving on. Yeah. It's... I don't know what more they can do, to be honest. Like, I am not a writer. Like, I try not to judge or say... I'm not going to say I could do any better or anything like that. But, like... I don't know. I don't know. That's really hard. They were so good. Eccleston, fantastic. Tennant broke my heart into a million little pieces. I could go on forever. Matt Smith also broke my heart many times, and I didn't think he would. I did not like Matt Smith at the beginning. I was like, who is this fucking dork with the fish sticks and the custard? I'm not into it. And it grew on me. And then we just kind of went poop-de-doop-whoop. Scoop. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. The doctors that have a funny or quirky personality works best. And yes, the romantic vibes, it just gets in the way of the storylines. I agree. And I think they could have kept the quirky, fun-loving, kind of naive acting, like, attitude of the Doctor without... And they could have kept that and killed the romantic part easily. You know what I mean? Just, like, have a fucking gay companion for once. Whoa! I don't know. Ideas, but they went into, like, this serious dark realm and then tried to go with, like, I don't know, the Lady Doctor reminds me like she's trying to be Miss McGonagall or something, like, tough but lovable, like, the tight wire that women have to walk on to try to be a male role is a fucking scope in itself, which I'm sure she wants to get the fuck out of there just because the judgment will never end on her part towards her, no matter how good she did. We would judge it. It sucks. Oh my god, I still have a crush on Karen Gillan. When did yours end? Oh my god, David. Just say exterminate. That will always get you into a Doctor Who conversation. Exterminate, always. Always. Who's Bill? Is that in... see, I haven't seen Capaldi. I haven't seen more than, like, 3 episodes of Capaldi and none of the female Doctor. Is Bill in those ones? Because the only companion I can think of that straight up did not want to bone the Doctor was Dr. Donna, who's maybe my favorite companion ever. Donna. Like, she was just straight up would fucking insult the fuck out of the Doctor on a daily basis. It was fantastic. They were more like siblings than anything. That was the coolest, in my opinion. I want to see the adventures of Tennant Doctor's daughter we saw once. Oh, the little blonde girl that was like his clone doctor. You know, I think that's his wife in real life. That's David Tennant's wife. The Terrible Doctor series isn't good because the showrunner ended up not liking not liking running that show. Great as an episode writer, just terrible as a showrunner for Doctor Who. Well, that's sad. That's what those black. Yes, that is what the sentient, like the overgrown Roombas say exactly. Yeah, exterminate. Yeah, but they're like, we'll never go. They are just every time the writers don't know what to do, they bring back exterminate. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there's a gay companion in Capaldi's run. Okay, that's the one I missed. Good job on their part. But like, they could have put that with one of the fun-loving doctor. I don't know. I'm just saying there are ways to write where the female companion does not have to be young, perfectly symmetrical, hot as fuck, and have the bones for some ancient like alien. It's Edward Cullen all over again. I'm telling you guys. Like, as long as they look young, it's okay. But if he looks like he's 900 years old, then he's fucking creepy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not into it. Creeps me out. Everybody loves Rose. Rose is probably my least favorite companion. Don't hate me. She just drives me crazy. I love her mother. Love her mother. Rose just drives me nuts. I don't know why. I don't know why. I love all the seasons with her. Like, Eccleston and Tennant are my doctors. No hates. Don't come at me. You love your doctor. I love mine. We'll keep it at that, motherfucker. No judging. The inner Dalek is precious. Like the little squishy brain thing on the inside that's like all angry with the tentacles. Like, imagine how angry and cute it would be with nothing to control, just like in a fish tank. Precious. To be frank, if he looks 900, he's rather creaky. He's rather creaky than creepy, depending on how spooky. That's true. Like, at what point do bones turn to dust? Would you be anything at that point? Don't even know. I don't even know. Lady Doctor is a female companion that wants to bone the Doctor. Amen. Again, I guess. Sure. The blonde clone of the Doctor. Yeah, that chick is David Tennant's IRL wife. Although she plays his daughter in that episode. Also, their son plays the super twatty Targaryen in the new show, the Dragon show, the whatever House of the Dragon, the oldest twatty one that's like jerking off out a window and comes on his mom. That's their son. So there's the circle. Enjoy all those shows as you wish. No shit. Oh my god, Pucky. Extra bonus bit. The wife of Tennant, so the little blonde chick who plays his daughter in that one episode where he's like cloned or whatever, is also the daughter of the original 5th Doctor. So like from the original like 70s, 60s ones. That's fucking amazing. That's awesome. I love that. A Doctor's Daughter spinoff would have been really cool. She was she was very fun and spunky, and like they had a kind of an impressive character arc. A character arc for how just one episode. It was like one episode of them. I would have watched that in a million years. 100%. Yeah. There was a great interview with an older doctor. Quote, "What's the strangest thing a fan has ever given you?" End quote. And the answer was a grandchild, because David Tennant was a huge Doctor Who fan that married the daughter of one of the original doctors. That's amazing. That's beautiful. I love that. That's fucking gorgeous. That's the circle of life. He did what to his mom? Maybe. It's doctors all the way down in Tennant. Seriously. Spunky. Oh no. Oh no. Who said, wait, did we say spunky? Did I say spunky? I didn't say that, did I? Did I say she's spunky? I'm sorry, I don't have an editor in my head. But she is. Probably. I'm sorry. My head hurts. I can't think straight. Give me a break, motherfuckers. If what you're telling me is made up because it sounds plausible, but I haven't watched The Dragon Show, it is. I can pull up a picture of him. I saw the like factoid. That's their son, and it doesn't look like them. Wow, Katie, they don't look like them at all to me. But the scene opens up with him just jerking off madly into a fucking window, which is hilarious. Boosh, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. I said, wow, what a twat. Whew. Precious though, right? I know. He plays a super twat in the show, I'm saying. Not I have no idea. He's probably a very lovely human being, IRL. But there's David Tennant and his daughter wife. Oh my god, my head's on top of it. There it is. There's his daughter wife. I don't talk bullshit. If I said I didn't know, if I didn't know, I'd say I didn't know. I fucking knew. Barty Crouch Jr. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fucking a Slytherin, I'm saying. No, you're right. I have therapy. I should go. I didn't even realize. Oh my god, it's 20 minutes till I have therapy. I have therapy in 20 minutes, y'all. And on that note,
Did you take your joy today? Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee your day will go as smooth as velvet.
don't forget to take your joy. I took mine and now off to therapy with a headache, which fucking sucks, but here we go. Thank you for hanging out with me today though. I had a good one. Honestly, I completely forgot I had therapy. I'm glad we didn't get lost in the game because I would have not checked. I would have never known. I would have not looked. But tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? I would like to play more Control. I have nothing going on tomorrow, so we can go as late as we want, and I want to play more. We beat the main story, but I have so much side shit to do. I super want to do it. Thank you. I will tell my therapist you love them. I will. I'm sure I mean, we talk about you guys all the time. Don't worry. You're not in my talks. Wait, when did jerking off, looking over the city become the indicator for being a crazy sadistic narcissist? Did they say they did the same thing in The Boys? Like, I know it's not the most common thing. I can barely read this. but I don't know. That's it. Would find it. I don't know if anyone would find it as much of a warning sign as the TV makes it out to be. Honestly, I think it says more about moms walking in on their quite obviously hormonally mature sons without knocking on the door. Just me? I think privacy is hella underrated. Like, if your kid is of the age where he's probably gonna jerk off, like, fucking knock. I don't care how important your shit is. You're gonna walk in on that. It's fucking knock. Personal space, man. You should have a space to hump a pillow or jerk off or do what you need to do. If you're not hurting anyone, whatever. Like, don't jerk off onto things to hurt them and don't jerk off on your neighbor. But if you want to fucking jerk off out your window, I think it says a lot more about the moms, David, to be completely honest. Mine neither. Oh my God. One time, my parents built our house. Last story before I take off. My parents built our house when I was like in middle school. My dad designed it and everything. He was pretty excited about it. And when they put all the doors in, we finally got to move into the house. And a lot of the doors in the house had locks in them, but my bedroom door didn't. And I was like almost a teenager. I was like, I deserve a fucking lock. I have 3 older brothers who love to burst into my bedroom to fucking terrorize me. And I should be able to change my clothes in peace and quiet, right? Put a lock on my door. Came home from school. I had no door. Like, that was the punishment. Fucking what? Now I'm so fucking private. Like, it really drives me crazy and they can do nothing about it. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Ugh. Fucking, what the fuck, dude? I had titties. Like, when you got titties, it's time to have a door. The fuck, at the least. But yeah, that was always like a no closed doors. No closed doors in this house, which was fucking, I hate that shit so much. It is. Kids deserve privacy. Jesus. But anyways, privacy's like, I don't think there's anything wrong with jerking out your window as long as you're not like hitting people. You know. I know. I am going to take off and go to therapy. Be good. I'll find someone cool to host or raid whatever with the channel while I'm waiting in my little lobby for therapy. But thank you for being awesome. Tomorrow I'd like to play more Control. It's Thursday. It's nothing special. Halloween's coming up. I do have a lot of Halloween SFX looks planned. However, my face has been breaking out like crazy. Hence these fucking zits and shit. So I've just been waiting for that to clear up before I, fuck my face up again and make it break out again. Life is weird. But on that note, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I have a few charities coming up, and I have the HelloFresh thing I think might be happening on the 18th, which is like in 5, 6, 7, like a week. HelloFresh sponsorship, which is really exciting. That's all I got. All right. We're gonna raid my friend Classy Packs. If you don't want to raid, feel the fuck free not to. It's just they removed the host button. I don't know what else to do. That's who I'm gonna watch while I hang out. Join me if you will. I'll see you fucks tomorrow. Be good. Wash your bong. Love you. Bye.